All right. So last game, you guys had just defeated the Hellbats and the blighted trees, and you continued to make your way to the ever burning trees. It was at this moment, Ronnie, whose player was not here, noticed that the ghosts on the Ethereal Plane were pretty drawn to Helga. When asked about said ghosts going towards her like a moth to a flame, she just replied, they're always there. She's Twilight Druid. It happens. But unfortunately, they could not tell her what was wrong with the forest. So Bittersweet found the grass tree, and they told him that something deep underground was causing the burning and the corruption. There happened to be a collapse in the hill on the other side, so the party headed there. In the tunnel, there was a metal door of metal, and it was warm to the touch. Bittersweet shifted into an earth elemental, peeked through behind the door, and it was full of lava and a carved head in said lava. So, Melanie opened the door. The party headed inside. Demons started appearing from the portal that was in the mouth of the carved head in the lava. You guys handled the situation by placing a wall of force on the opening while you guys dealt with the Garisto that had come out of it a few seconds before. Still magic the portal. Portal's all set. So it turned out that Helga had another motive for wanting to seek out you guys. In particular, Bittersweet. Helga had asked to speak to Bittersweet alone, where she revealed that. So her name is Helga Catherine Dottir. Her mother's name was Catherine Onlef Dottir. Um, Bittersweet recognized Onlif as the name of their dead friend. Um, Unfortunately, Bittersweet could not remember what they had done after Onlif had passed away, but it was something bad, it was assumed. Onlif had asked Bittersweet if they could help his granddaughter. Um, she no longer had a druidic teacher, and also that she carried a sadness with her because of her situation. Bittersweet, delighted to be with their friend again, and wanting Onlif to move on, and the only way for Onlif to move on was if he knew that Helga was going to be fine, was Bittersweet would accompany Helga, train her, and Onlif would be in the background and showing up every once in a while. So you guys, after that, eventually went back to the keep via transport through via plants, and Helga's going to help for a short time in the garden, um, as brokered by Zaitari, and then Helga and Bittersweet will move on. But you are back at the keep. Anything anybody would like to do?
Um, I believe I was looking for books on the potion that. Hang on, give me a second. I have it written down here somewhere. Um, Mind Vine potion or something along those lines.
Okay. Mind Vine. All right, let me get that.
And I think I made a couple checks, and you were like, "Oh yeah, I'll tell you about it later," and then you didn't, which is fine. You were busy.
Would we have had a long rest?
You could have a long rest if you want.
Okay. I'm just hitting it because I'm thinking I'm gonna swap out one of my spells for sending. I'm just not sure which one yet.
You can swap your spells on a long rest.
Yeah, with the new UA stuff.
Oh
Nice.
shit.
Is that just a bard thing?
Mm-mm. No, it's all spontaneous casters.
Damn.
So that includes sorcerers?
Wizards can swap out cantrips. Well, I should say all prepared casters can now swap out cantrips.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
That
when
kinda
we
makes
level
sense.
up.
No, I mean on a long rest, they have that too. It's just only for cantrips because they're prepared casters.
I
Yeah,
only
so-
read the level up, but okay. If you say so. I didn't get
Maybe.
that deeply into
I'm
it.
remembering
so-
it was
Okay.
at a level up, but I'll pull it up.
Okay,
and
it could be a level up. I might have read that incorrectly then.
Yeah, it is. Because I'm going to go look, see what rogue spells I could go switch out.
You can take backstab and switch it out for ass stab.
I have Astab as an innate feature.
Oh, right, of course. I forgot.
I thought it was tentacle. Jesus Christ. Testicle stab.
No, that's a separate one. Come on.
That's
How do
not
you
a
not know
rogue
these
thing. That's
things?
the lesbian class ability.
Oh, what's my bi-class ability? Stab all genitals? Like what?
Overpowered bastards.
Very true. We have no
Either that or nothing.
Oh,
You know?
I'm sorry. That just got me. I apologize. Shit. I'm kind
how
of
dare
punched
you
because I
laugh.
spent a long time cleaning today.
Oh, that's gonna be me tomorrow. Oh, I'm not excited about it.
Yeah, I literally took the day off work to clean. So we're kind of in between stuff right now, like, right? We're not
There's
gearing up for anything specific.
no. You guys are free to do whatever you want.
That's great because I do actually have a list of downtime stuff.
son of Scroll just hits the floor and rolls away now.
I literally had this prepared when we were winding down, like right before our fight with Sinestra. I'm like, I should get downtime stuff ready just in case, I don't die. So I do have a list of things.
We split the various like treasure we found, right?
Yeah, we
Already?
did that already.
We've
Except
okay.
for, and this was on my list. How much money did we get from that horde?
All right. So Chambers, since you guys have been away for a short time, going to Northern Leona,
Yeah.
will have recruited some help counting the load, and you guys, guesstimating, the art pieces. You guys have about roughly 10,000 gold pieces worth of money.
Nice.
That's it? Huh.
Hmm.
I guess with how big it was, I was expecting it to be more.
A lot of it was copper.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's right. You did say that. Yeah, so I need to look. I need to math. Because I don't know if that's going to afford a teleportation circle or not.
Oh, that's gotta be cast so many times. I don't think it will.
It's 50 gold pieces per day. And it is a 365 calendar year?
Yes.
Alright. Yeah, it's 18,250 for a teleportation circle.
You guys probably have some stuff you could sell off too, I imagine.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I mean,
Yeah,
that
I do-
plastic bullet figure has got to be worth a good chunk of plastic.
Yeah, I did actually have a couple other money things. Is there any revenue that we got from the tavern while we were in the Fey? Oh no, we were only gone for 6 minutes.
Yeah, you're all gone for
So
7
no.
minutes, guys. 7 minutes.
Yeah, so no, I'm just gonna go ahead and cross that off the list because that doesn't matter. Let's see. Yeah, nope, can't do that. Too expensive.
But we could, we could start putting something away for it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Because I was also thinking that we should do, like, hire a wizard to do
Excuse you?
guards and wards, which you don't have for a year in the vault. Which would be 3,600 gold pieces, which is a much more reasonable amount of money.
So wait, how much was the teleportation circle going to cost?
18,500, something like that. 18,250 for the teleportation circle.
I'm sorry, hang on. I was typing something. What about teleportation circles and stuff?
It
you
costs
asking me to do that?
No, it costs 18,250 gold pieces to make one.
Now, does Tilda have a spell that she could work on that at all and like reduce the cost? I don't know if she has that spell.
It costs 50 gold pieces to cast it every time.
Oh,
That's
I didn't
why.
realize. Oh,
Yep.
all right. Well,
yeah, that's why it's so much. And because you have to cast it in the same place for a year, and then it's embedded.
so you can't.
Unless I do have all of my chunks of preclusium. Would that help, Jared?
Maybe.
Okay, how much would it help?
Yeah, have you been paying attention to this?
I've been listening. I just need to. All right, how much is that?
I don't blame you if you haven't, to be completely honest.
I have 5 notepads of stuff.
Yeah.
Give me a second.
You should like get those scanned and put them into Evernote or something.
You sound like my husband.
Honestly, not gonna lie, wasn't expecting that.
Or World Anvil. World Anvil's good too.
What's nice about Evernote is it actually like reads the text, so you can.
I know. He's told
search it.
me.
Oh.
Darren, why don't you just use an app for all this? Why do you have 20 notebooks lying around?
I've got to say that sounds like a fairly valid question.
I mean, it does take a legitimate amount of time in order to do that, so.
Oh yeah, retyping all that shit, it's gonna take forever.
Also sending a message to Alexandria. Need to figure it out.
Okay, let's see. Crafting. First of all, you probably have to get the preclusion appraised. Depending on the weight, size, clarity, and of the pieces of stone, would translate into how much. Are you trying to use this to insert into the circle of teleportation, or just selling it off?
No, this would be like if we can use it for the teleportation circle, I have no problem giving it up for that. Because I have a list of things that I was thinking about for the preclusium chunks, but I wasn't sure what could and could not be done with them.
I feel like if we can utilize it towards the teleportation circle, that seems like a pretty cool use.
Yeah, because like my other options were improvements to weapons and armor, make something that improves my constitution, ? And then like free teleportation circle? So, like, I have a couple of things that, like, I'm like, I don't know if I could do this. Maybe it's like a fucking solidified magic or whatever. Oh, wait, no, it's not. I'm thinking Residuum. This is the old one, blood calcium.
Oh, yeah, wait. Should we put this in our home?
Don't worry, it's fine.
Do you know something we don't, Rain?
Because I just remember Rain using her preclusium to improve Hellfire. So.
I literally cannot stop myself.
I don't blame you. It's a amazing song.
It is. It's a damn good song from one of my favorite Disney movies.
Okay, so Ro, you want the mind vine potion. What exactly are you trying to do you want to try to make this or find somebody who can make it?
Okay, so way back when we bought the mushroom cap from the weird vendor.
The person in the ugly sweater and the mind flayer? Was this the mind
No.
flayer? No. Okay.
No.
Which weird vendor did I give you? The one with the Coke bottle glasses?
I have no idea. No, it was the weird. It was. We were in a town. We were in the green. Not the green lord or prince or whatever, but the
Where I picked up all the weird shit and you
Yeah.
bought useful things.
Yes, it was like
the
Rain and
Feywild
Tilda's.
town.
Oh,
first-
Somestra. Okay. Hold on. Going back to
Yeah.
that.
It was Rain and Tilda's like first shopping trip together in a long, long time, and we were actually cooperating.
Yeah, I
and-
was really proud of you guys.
Yes.
I think we got gold stickers and everything.
Yep, you did.
And then when we found this mushroom cap, this lavender mushroom cap, the vendor said that you could turn it into a mind. If you found somebody who could make the potion, you could turn it into a mind vine potion, which would give you an extra spell slot. And since I had literally just been complaining about needing extra like first level spell slots because I have so many first level spells that I'm just like, just do that. I was like, ooh, hey, and I kind of looked at Rain, who is our resident potion master, and yeah. So basically, the research I've been doing is I'm trying to find a recipe for Rain
Okay.
in which to do the
Okay, hold
the
on.
potion,
Let me
in which
get
to create the potion.
Okay, let me get back to that list. Says Fey cherries, lavender. Okay, here we go.
Yes, it's where we bought the Fey cherries.
Yep.
And the
Yeah.
eye
Now I remember.
oak acorns, which I still have mine. Those will come in handy, I'm sure.
Okay.
Any
so-
second now.
I gave you a lot of things. Okay, so
No, you did. You did.
Fey cherries.
And they're very useful.
Okay, magical plants. Here we go. Lotus, orvine, salamander orchids, coldwood, fey cherry, lavender mushroom cap. Here we go. And did you make the subsequent rows for the mushroom caps already? Do you? And if you did, do you remember what you got?
Wait, what?
Yeah, what? I think she just bought it.
You
Yeah.
bought it, but you're doing research into who might have this recipe or where this recipe can be found.
Sure. Yes. That's. I was more or less looking for the recipe. I'm not looking for a random person to make the potion. I'm just, looking for.
Would this be something me and Demeter could reverse engineer or try to, or?
You could attempt to.
We also do have Helga here for the time
yeah.
being.
Helga and Bittersweet are here for the time being. You could attempt to reverse engineer or to make a potion.
Yeah, and I was I was using the scholar's monocle to find, like, basically, I'm looking for, I'm trying to think of like a Food Network star, and I can't. All I'm thinking of is
it's
like,
because we got all those books while we were in the Feywild, and we had Nenrine put them up in the library.
Yeah, and Nenrine got
So-
upset at me for trying to be in the library. I was like, fuck you.
Okay.
This library is as much mine as it is yours, so shut up.
All right. So
Sorry, Kay.
So there are a few things the meter will tell you about the lavender mushroom caps.
Okay.
First of all, yes, you can. It is possible to probably make. It is possible to probably make a potion, divine vibration of your description. She could test out a few components to see if it will work. She would just need to try out 3 things in order for it to work. Maybe Violet can help in that department.
Who the fuck is Violet?
Violet's the flea that lives in Bittersweet's hat.
Oh, okay, right. I keep forgetting about Violet.
Yeah, I just keep forgetting that's its name.
There are 3 suggestions that Violet has. One of the suggestions is if you guys are with some base components and with an item called Lichbriar, it might work. Lichbriar, Violet will explain, is a
Well, first of all,
plant.
I'm not loving the title, the name of it.
It was created by a Lich King named Sol.
Of course it was.
Used to complete and extricate destruction of treacherous servants' minds and bodies. And the problem with Lichbriar is it can only thrive in certain conditions.
Of course.
Um,
Pure evil, I'm sure.
Lichbriar is also known as Rackthorn, Hellroot, and Doomrose. Typically can reach 50 feet under ideal conditions. Typically
Ideal
grows.
conditions being
Yep.
death.
Possibly. Grows and spreads like a cane vine with long, sharp, poisonous thorns and fine hooks, used to cling to almost any surface, and covering and spraying much like ivy. So, Lichbriar has 2 environments it can grow in. It can grow in water, so typically you would find Lichbriar in a swampy area. Or Lichbriar can attach to a victim, and when attached to a victim, it feeds off of said victim's fluids.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yep.
I mean, Lichbriar, death, punishing, people, so.
Demeter will tell you that healthy seedlings of Lichbriar typically sell for 5,000 gold pieces. It's very
Jesus.
rare. Your other 2 options for this are flame clove. It's similar to it's very similar to garlic, imbued with the energy from the plane of fire. Typically is mild. It can be ingested as a poison. These are a much cheaper substitute if the substitute does work. A healthy, mature bulb, typically you can find for 20 gold pieces. You just have to find somebody who is specialty is cultivating plants of this nature. And your third choice, to test the mushroom cap with this component, would be a glow vine. Very popular with mages. They've been long cultivated by them in various soils and climates. The root plant for the glow vine is the morning glory. It so closely resembles, save the nocturnal blossoms. The typical seedlings of this plant go for 500 gold pieces. So I'm gonna just do the descriptions of each into the chat, so you don't have to write down notes.
Thank you, thank
Okay,
you.
good.
Yep.
Thank you.
And I'll put the price as well.
Because I was like, when you got to the second one, I'm like, I'm gonna need to go back and listen to this again.
Yep. Alright, so that's Glowvine. Lichbriar.
Woof.
Okay, and then Flame Clove.
Mm-hmm.
Just ask the queen if she has any executions that need to be taken care of.
Yeah, really. Like, hey, you need anything done? We need to glow. We need to grow some shit. We need some bodies.
Just think of it as active fertilizer.
All the plants.
Our garden is just going to take over the entire keep. I feel like.
So I'm guessing I mean, I may be wrong, but I'm guessing we don't have any Lichbriar in the garden.
No.
Nor any Glowvine, because it seems like those would be fairly obvious to the layman's eye type of thing, like, why is there all this blood splashed over here and like this crappy ass rose bush?
Oh, by the way, you find the proper name of the lavender mushroom cap. It's called Pixie Table.
Interesting.
Pixie table.
Yes.
Okay.
Kind of cute, but also feel like very ominous potentially.
At least it's not pixie tail.
Yeah. But
And I apologize, I may have pronounced it wrong. The reason I was having such a hard time finding it, the potion is called Memory Bind.
okay.
Sorry.
No, that's fine. I'm like, I wrote down.
I was just like, where in my notes is this? Sorry.
I wrote down what I heard. So I'm
yeah,
like,
it's cool. It's cool. But yeah, memory bind.
Memory bind. Okay.
Yes.
Do we? But the flame clove contains a mild but unpleasant poison, and so potentially might be in our garden.
Possible. Let's see if it is. It is not.
Damn it.
I feel like getting mage vines would be really cool, or the glow vines.
Yeah, the glowvine would be really cool. Yes, I agree. And if other mages have, like, I'm guessing, just from like video games and whatnot, that the flame clove, because it costs so much less, has a lesser
Yeah, it's like a Skyrim potion.
percentage, of being able to work. I don't know about Skyrim, so I don't know, but
yeah,
that the glowvine is a slightly better percentage of working as a substitute, and that the lichbriar is apparently the real
deal. It's the good shit.
Yeah, Demeter will tell you that a lot of these the three plants that she had listed off have a few common properties, so she's playing off those properties.
I guess the thing with the Lichbriar is that would be the quest to go find it.
Yeah.
Probably not
Yes.
planting it anywhere.
Yeah, that would definitely be a quest. Almost assuredly. Can I send a message to Alexandria?
Yep, go ahead, just type it.
No, it's fine. I'll just say it
Okay.
because I have it written out now. Hello, Alexandria. back from the Feywild in record time. Wondering if we could speak. See you soon. Need some appraisals too. Thanks.
Was that 25 words?
Yeah, I counted them.
Okay.
I think it was like 21.
Damn, girl. Okay, making a mental note not to prepare sending anymore.
Um,
I'm just having it while we're in the downtime. I'm getting rid of it when we actually go adventuring again.
Oh, sure, why not?
After prepare sending, I will get some stamps and envelopes.
A quill, a pot of ink. Basically, you have to go get a scholar's kit, so you have like the little bag of sand to erase or to dry the ink with.
Mm-hmm.
one, two.
It'll go nicely with my forgery kit.
That's fair.
Like, get the full story for something if you guys need the full story.
What?
If any of the items that we looted or anything that you guys have been sitting on, I can always use legend lore to get you the entire history if you think it could help, like, increase the sale price on something.
Oh yeah, I've got that too.
I mean,
I've got a
clearly,
couple.
the plastic bullet is key. So we gotta get that.
Obviously.
Alright. We're going to have to go to...
The plastic polymer in a medieval world, guys. Come on.
Exactly.
Shit.
Yeah, but you got it in the Feywild. It probably just fell through from another realm.
Shit.
So it's still rare and
What's the name of the city that we're near right now?
You mean
Bolito?
Bolito?
Bolito. Yeah, thank you. We need to go to Bolito if we want stuff appraised because Alexandria is busy. So
well, of course she's busy, darling.
I wanted to talk to her about a bunch of stuff, not just appraisals.
Is there anything in our stash that looks like it could be old and interesting enough to cast legend lore on? Because that's like what, 1,000 gold or some weird nonsense to cast?
It's a lot of whatnots. Yeah, incense worth at least 250 GP, and other stuff that the
250 gold pieces every time. The other stuff isn't concerned.
I mean, there is
But,
a
I mean-
lot of art. You can spend like a couple hours going through it and seeing if there's any pieces that catch your eye or that one of you guys like inspect and possibly could get more out of it.
or any of the magic. If I cast detect magic, any of the art pieces of magic,
They're really nice art pieces, but none of them are magic.
great.
Would you guys like me to do vault security?
What do you
I'm
mean?
sorry, what?
I can put a death symbol on the door and have a passcode. So anybody who's not one of us or has the passcode can't get in without taking a bunch of damage.
Oh, that would actually be, I think, probably better than trying to do guards and wards. Cheaper too.
I just need 1,000 gold, but
And then
You have that.
how long does that last?
until the spell.
And will it happen more than once, or is it like once it happens, it's done?
Once
Once
it
it's-
happens, it's done.
Once it's triggered, it's done. But it's 10d10 necrotic damage.
Oof, that's gonna slow down most people.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I can do a password so that people within the keep know the password who are able to go in can go in and have no problem.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
It's a 7th level spell, so it's good.
Yeah, it's legit.
Mm-hmm. I have other ones I could do, but I figured death would probably be the best one for vault security.
And what spell is this?
Symbol?
Oh, okay. That's what I thought, but I wasn't sure if it was called something else.
It's a good spell and not often used.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I mean, it's really only good if you like are preparing a space and trying to make sure, like we did with those glyphs of warding before. We had time to prepare, so we charged them up with all kinds of stuff.
Since we have a headquarters and we have something we want to keep safe, now is the perfect time for a symbol.
Yeah. I'm gonna send another sending.
Okay.
Do I know? I mean, I know the lady who works at Alexandria's shop in Bolito, right?
I
Okay.
believe you do. I'll have to bring up her name in a second.
Yeah. I'm gonna send a message to her. Hello. This is Zaitari. Need appraisal. Can you come to the keep? Need art appraisal as well. Thanks. That's it.
Okay.
Do you just say the keep or?
Yeah, I just say the keep. If I need to, I can send her another message.
Okay.
Yes. It was, I believe it was Gusara, the red dragon. Yep, the red dragonborn. Ninth life. There we go. Oh god. Gusara.
And it's like, I'm sorry, who? It's like, bitch, you know me. Free room and board. We'll give you free drinks at the tavern. I just want somebody to come and look at the art, because I don't think we need to transport this. Also, my intention with Helga was trying to have her stick around long enough to do the long version of plant growth for the garden. So.
How long is that one? Is that like a week?
I think it's a week. I think it's a week. Okay,
I think it's 8 hours to enrich an area. I think it's 8 hours.
Oh, really? The one that enriches it for a year?
Yeah.
Oh.
Surprisingly short cast time for all that.
Yeah, I thought it was longer than that. Because I just remember when they were in Whitestone for a while. I think that's because Keyleth was going around and doing like all of like the surrounding
Yeah,
area.
I did,
Because it
yeah.
was all blighted.
She did multiple castings, but it's 8 hours.
Okay.
So not too bad.
Yeah.
So, we say that, but that's like a whole day of casting something. That's like a work day.
Yeah,
of
I
a
mean,
spell.
that's not... It's not nearly as bad as
a week.
Bittersweet
True.
marathon casting of 2 awakens and a plant growth.
True. Yeah, that was
They were awake for like...
What, like 3 days?
No. 16.
Well, but they didn't sleep right before.
Yeah, they would have been asleep for they would have been awake for literally a whole day casting those spells. That's most of what I have on my list, because my other things were Alexandria related. And if she's busy, then she's busy. And didn't you contribute all of your group fund? I mean, all of your money for Ronny to the group funds? Anyways.
Yeah, because most of my money is going to be going, regardless of where it comes from. Most of the spending that Ronny does is spell components for the party.
Yeah. So, I mean, we could just take that 1,000 gold out of the party funds for a symbol in the vault.
And that way, we'll establish a password, give it to the entire staff that we trust in the vault, and obviously the group, and then
Yeah, I mean, it would be all of us, and then I think probably Chambers because she's the manager, basically.
Okay. All right. So yeah, Gusara will be here later. Gotta close up the shop first.
Yeah, yep.
Anything else anybody would like to do?
I was questioning how evil our DM is because we got that kid that likes to get into places she's not supposed to be.
I'm fairly sure that Chambers would tell her that if she goes into the vault, she will literally die.
I was thinking the same thing. So I'll symbol the vault. I'll spruce up my shrine a little bit more, do some continual flames to make some little, sconces and stuff, and then do that scrying I messaged you about, and whenever you have that information, I'll...
Yep.
Otherwise, that's it for me. Just a bunch of spells and then interior design.
One thing I can't remember, my amulet of non-detection that I'm wearing.
Yes.
Did Alexandria give that to me temporarily, right? Because I think I just asked and she said, yeah, you can just have this.
Yeah, you could just have it.
Okay. All right, well, I don't really need it anymore, but I think it probably would still be useful to keep. So I'm just going to hold on to it.
I mean, saying magical prices has that worth 20,000 gold.
Oh.
We selling the shit now.
Really?
Yeah, it's the
Wow.
price has gone up since high demand.
Damn.
Yeah.
How much is +2 plate armor?
All the
Well, I
plus
mean,
two armor. Same.
Yeah, I mean, you'll tell us that when you get here.
Yeah,
Well,
Gusara
when
will tell you that when
Gusara
you
gets
get there.
here.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, okay, I just messaged you. If you could figure it out. Okay, cool. Okay.
Use some +2 armor.
If I could get a +3 shield, that'd be real good.
+3? Oh yeah, because you can't wear armor.
I don't have armor. I get a shield.
I mean, you get a base armor calc, right?
Yeah, my base armor is 18.
You have inherent non-magical plate armor. Zachari's got a +2 glamored armor, right?
I have a +2 breastplate.
Oh.
I sold my studded glamored leather armor because I have Mask of Many Faces, so I don't need it anymore.
Was that +2? Did you have? I thought you
No,
had
it was a
+2.
+1. Nope.
Okay.
It was normal ass glamored studded leather armor.
Which is naturally a +1.
Yes. Correct.
I guess I must have mixed up the flesh plate and the glamored armor. I'm just like, oh, she
Yeah.
has +2 glamored.
Yeah, when she said she had the breastplate, I was like, I'm just gonna sell this because I don't really need it anymore because I can just do that all over now.
For a second there, I'm like, what? You sold it?
Oh no, yeah. I mean, I think people. I think
My
you would've
mix-up, but I'm
rioted
like-
when I sold it, I think you might have rioted if it was a +2, because. Yeah, I don't know if I would have kept it because my dex isn't the best. It's better now since I rounded it off, but my breastplate is still better than that would have been.
And getting a +3 shield is my only hope of increasing my AC at all. I'm already sitting at my
I think that's
+2,
like-
and it does well,
I
but
want to say that that's like legendary at that point.
it's hard to come by. because with my +2 shield, I'm at 22 AC. I'd like to be at 23, and I'd like, with all my stuff stacked up on top of it, to have a higher AC than literally all of the dragons.
What they say is what was it? The cloak of oh god, I just totally blanked the name. One that makes you all evasion. I mean, they say it's an effective like 3.5 AC. Just gotta yourself one of those and trade in your eyes.
A displacement cloak?
Yes, God, why could I not?
Oh, displacement cloak. Or is it displacement cloak?
Either way. Doesn't
Cloak
Yeah.
of displacement.
Cloak of displacement. There we go.
Yeah, we were both wrong, but close.
Close enough.
I was doing some interesting Googling of whenever I get elusive, there is the argument to be made that as long as you're not incapacitated, no one can ever, you will always have people attacking you at disadvantage no matter what. Although it's up to DM. Although it's up to
And
DM
Zaitari,
interpretation.
it sounds like,
Yeah, I can only imagine.
yeah.
I sent another message to Alexandria about the Talisman of Pure Evil, just to like let her know that we do have things that need to be like snappy.
And be put away.
Yep.
Can we just sell this?
Oh yeah, we'll just sell it to what's
I
her
want
name? I can't remember
things.
her name again. Gusara.
I'm sorry, you want things? Do you want to go shopping, KK?
No, I already know what I want. It doesn't count if it only takes in and out 2 minutes. Chop chop.
It's still shopping.
It's still
It can,
shopping.
Yeah, that can
It's
still.
ordering, it's not shopping.
Okay.
Alright, so if nobody has anything else pressing for the day, I'll just say Gustar does eventually make it to you guys, looking
Okay.
like her surely red dragonborn self.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't
Who
look.
is this person?
She works at one of Alexandria's magic shops. She's a
Alright.
very surly red dragonborn.
I got that.
No nonsense.
Sure.
Doesn't look like she wants to be there, but Alexandria is her boss.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, so has to come.
Alright.
So Chambers brings her into the keep, and Gusara says, "Okay, what do you need me to look at?" And she's like, business straight away.
Yeah. There's the +2 plate.
Okay.
My 3 trunks of preclusion.
Okay.
I want to see how much they're worth, and if she knows if they can be used, like to put like into a teleportation circle or just as part of something.
Okay.
I also have an Iron Stone of Agility, unless somebody wants it.
It's
But I'm
just
fairly-
a dex bonus.
+1. Yep.
Yeah, I'm good.
Maxes out at 20. Because it's useless to me now.
Let me check my decks.
Useless to me now. Do, 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 do.
Alright, I would actually change anything, so I'm gonna say no.
Okay. Yeah, so I have an Ion Stone of Agility. I'm just going through my stuff and seeing if I have anything else.
Okay, Iron Stone of Agility, the +2 plate. So that would be that much because it's plate. The Iron Stone of Agility. Agility.
I have something called a Black Star Pendant from Sinestra.
Okay.
It's like it says Black Star Pendant and then in parentheses Sinestra, and I can't remember what it is related to because it's right above Timber's dowsing stick. So it had to be like when we first got to the Feywild.
Okay.
Oh, I think it was off of a follower of Sinestra, now that I think about it. So yeah, don't worry about that.
Okay, don't worry about that. Alright, so
Yeah,
the +2 armor, agility stone. Are those the two only magical items?
I mean, I have the
And the
Hat of
preclusion.
Disguise. Should I keep the Hat of Disguise?
Yeah, just in case.
All right.
Yeah, we can pass it around if we need to.
Sure
Yeah.
thing. It did come in handy in the past, so I'm not above keeping it. Iron Flask. Still haven't used it. Still
we
empty.
should keep that. It's again something that might be useful in the future.
All right. Do we need all of the bags of holding that we found?
Just out of curiosity, DM, what is like the minimum for Iron Flask selling it?
It's a lot. She told me, and I was like, "Oh, that's so tempting."
Yeah. Okay. Well, how much is it? And maybe I'm gonna take back what I said.
Hold on. So if you're gonna
This is like-
sell it back,
Oh no, we didn't buy this. We found it.
you found
yeah,
it.
we
All right.
found it.
Yeah, we found it. I think it was like 10,000 gold pieces.
Oh.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah, because
However, it is empty, if I recall, right?
it is empty. Yes,
It is empty. Okay.
I feel like that should increase the price
I feel like it should as well.
because you don't have to fight some random ass thing that comes out.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the deal. The +2 armor, because it's plate, she normally would, she explains you have to realize that shops buying items aren't gonna buy them at, they have to make a profit margin. So,
Of course.
So most shops you'll get around around 2,000 and 3,000 for the +2 armor.
Okay.
So around that price. The Ioun Stone of Agility at market price would probably be at 750 gold. You probably could, if you sell it yourself, which all of you do have the capability of doing so. You could, you probably could sell it to a person, for roughly maybe 3,000.
Okay.
But that's the high end. Usara is saying. For the preclusium, if you do intend to use it in your circle teleportation, that will knock 2,000 gold pieces off the price of making the circle teleportation permanent. And as for the iron flask, because it is empty, and because you don't have to fight something that comes out of it, you could probably sell it to a very interesting party from anywhere from 8,000 to 10,000 gold pieces, but most stores probably won't be able to buy it from you for that price. For most stores, the minimum they would probably be able to buy it for would be 2,500 gold.
Makes sense. It's
It's very pricey. And it would probably sit on the shelf for a very long time.
That makes a lot of sense. I mean, we have connections in. Oh shit. Gajarn, in Fort Granite. There we go. That place where we bought well, we were thinking about buying those spell scrolls that me and Rain went to. I feel like they could probably hook us up with a buyer for some of this stuff.
Yeah, Gusara will also say any connections you have with any fences, they get around a lot. They probably know, keep their ear to the ground and know who's looking for what. Especially, I mean, Vox would be a really good place to try to hawk some of this stuff because the Thundrum Mage Order is there, and they would probably have the money to buy a lot of the things you have. Sans the plate armor, because they probably won't be interested in that. You're probably going to want to go to more of like a higher noble that like is a knight or fights or something that might want something like that.
But she would buy it off of us for 2 to 3K.
Yeah, she can buy it off of you for 2 to 3K. The Iron Flask, it's a little harder.
Basically, the Iron Flask and the Iron Stone are the ones that we need to sell individually.
Yeah, but she
What
will
about like a consignment?
you know of several consignments actually. There's one in Fort Granite called, let me find consignment because it was literally called consignment. You know of hidden treasure consignment back in Fort Granite. That's where Demeter, who was Marla, sold most of her stuff when she was doing the whole fence thing. Yeah, that's the only
she
like.
might be able to tell us who might. I mean,
yeah, I mean that was my original idea for selling this stuff, would be to go through them in Fort Granite.
Back when I was a sailor, we did random jobs for like nobles and stuff. Were there any particularly interesting or avid collectors that hired us for anything that I might know about?
You might. Just roll me like for like recalling stuff. Just roll me a wisdom check and let's see what you get.
I was gonna say criminal background. Do I know the people to ask?
All right, cool. And yeah, Rain, I'm gonna ask you to do like a. I wish they had streetwise.
Probably until our wisdom check, right?
It'd probably be wisdom.
Yeah, it's probably wisdom. So you do wisdom as well.
The straight wisdom check. All right, that will be.
How much did you say the preclusium would knock off the
2,000
teleportation per piece or total?
Total.
Total. Okay.
Okay. All right. So Ronny, you do know, hearing rumors and whatnot. Collectors. Well, first of all, Tilda might know something because Ronny, you know there is an auction house in Valito. And it happens to be run by the Galanteras.
I was actually wondering if we should do that with the art. Put it up for auction.
The auction house isn't a bad idea.
I mean, Tilda would want to keep some of it.
Oh, yeah, we need to decorate the keep.
Exactly.
But we could probably pick a few pieces that we weren't, like, super fond of and auction. Along with some of these magic items that we have. Because I think because it's closest, it's probably our best bet. And with, obviously, Tilda's family running the place, and I think between Rain and I, we could probably advertise the shit out of this.
Like it was meant to be, darling.
Yep. I think that's how we make the money. Do we want to sell the Iron Flask or keep it? I'm fine with either, but it's just a good chunk of money, and it would literally fund basically the entirety of the teleportation circle.
We could see if we find anyone interested in it ourselves, and that way we're getting the full cost of it. And if we don't, we have it. If we find somebody interested in it, and we can go ahead and sell it.
For auctions, I believe there's a thing where if it doesn't sell for a minimum price, it doesn't go.
No sale. Exactly. So
Yeah.
what happens with the auctions typically is you'll have a bunch of items. They'll list the minimum price. If it doesn't hit the minimum, it's a no sale. It gets put away to the side for later.
Okay. Because, I mean, we could put the minimum price for the Iron Flask at 8K and hope to get 10 or more.
Okay.
For you, Rain, there are a few people you can probably connect with to find buyers.
Or at least encourage them to come to the auction.
You could. It's
Yeah.
possible. It's that also your word of mouth and the people you know would probably be, like, for example, the auction would definitely be known to nobility, but there's some
Might need that hat of disguise for work.
Yeah.
there's some individuals within the black market whose real names you don't know, but code names you do know that probably will attend the auction itself. And you can also, spread the word to the underground and attract those people too. You would also have to make the auction fairly open and probably put like a minimum like ticket price to get in.
Makes sense.
Yeah, you don't want all kind of weirdos coming in.
We don't want the riffraff coming in, of course.
Also, Melanie will work security on this event.
Okay.
And
I think she could just be the security for the whole thing. Almost.
Well, because if we're selling shit this expensive, somebody's gonna try to steal it. So
Yeah, I mean, somebody stole that fucking gem when we
Yeah.
were at
Well,
the
they-
camel
they-
race.
Yeah.
And Ronnie can work as a fraud detection.
Yeah,
Make
Ronnie
sure
can just be
everyone's
up
on
on the stage with the cloak and looking everywhere.
just
all at
watching.
once.
Ronnie's the security camera. Melanie's the security guard. I'm the person that tests the system to make sure it won't fail.
basically,
All right. Sounds like we're doing an auction.
Okay, awesome. All right, of the list of things I had, I did not know. I did not think it would go this
Did
way.
I just hear the sound of plans ripping?
It's okay. I'll use them for later. Okay.
I'm the curator, aren't I?
You are.
Oh,
I'm that asshole that comes in like, oh yes, look, these lovely.
You probably have hired the curators and oversee everything, but you
Yeah,
can be one
yeah.
yourself if you wish.
Yeah.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah,
just
so-
thinking of like if this is a heist movie.
I don't know how we want to handle the art that's in with the horde, but
Gusara will take a look at it if you want her to.
no, she doesn't have to, because I mean there are some pieces that we want to keep and the ones that we want to sell, but I don't know if there's anything like. Actually, yeah, she should take a look at it and say like, yes, these pieces would sell well at auction.
Okay. Yeah, she can separate into separate piles what she thinks would do well at auction, what you might want to like what pieces would be better for like setting aside to target collectors of these certain items especially, and then she can have the junk pile essentially. Things that probably aren't worth like selling at auction. What you could trade off for like some amount of coin.
So, Kasara, I have another question
Yes, ma'am.
for you. And we'll let you go just as soon as you answer this for me.
Mhm.
I believe Alexandria will be talking with us soon, but should one find themselves in possession of a evil, dangerous magical item, keeping it inside of a extraplanar like pocket, like inside of a bag of holding, it's probably the safest place for it. Currently.
It would probably be the safest place for it as long as that information was kept to yourselves.
Yes. Okay. Perfect. Just theoretically speaking.
Of course, theoretically speaking.
Great. Wonderful. Just wanted to check. There weren't any other Things we need precautions one might need to take if one had something like that in their possession.
Of course, ma'am. If you do not need me for anything further, I will, if you allow me to enter the vault, I will get to separating those items right away.
Of course. I guess we'll just say whatever password we've set up, TBD. And, Gasar, I believe our lovely turtle cleric friend over here was wondering if maybe there might be something like a +3 shield available to purchase.
+3 shield. I don't have my inventory in front of me, but I could tell you how much at base price a +3 shield would cost.
Sure.
So a +3 shield base cost. So that is including labor, materials, base costs times 4. Yeah. Base cost, you're looking at 6,000 gold pieces.
Honestly, that's
Not
not as
bad.
bad as I thought it was going to be.
I was expecting more.
Typically,
was-
typically, if one were to come into our shop, we would upsell the shield for 24,000. Typically, they don't move off the shelves very quickly. But because you are my boss's employees, market price.
Good deal. Fantastic deal. Oh. Wow.
Is that coming
I
out
was
of group funds or?
Well, let's see how well the auction does, then
Okay.
we'll determine that.
Just let me know when you need me to be paying attention.
I think it
I
was
was expecting it to just be
just for the
24,000 on the cheap end. So 6,000 is not terrible. Really, that's just like a few spells now
Yeah,
in
there's
terms
that.
of raw cost.
Yeah.
All right. So the next question is, while Gusara is separating the items for auction, when do you want this auction to take place? Because it's going to take some time to get word of mouth wise to advertise. You need town criers, and things of that nature.
Probably a month.
A month. Okay.
What do you guys think?
That's actually the kind of time I figure, because there's sending and there's magical ways to get around. I
Yeah.
think a month is a good.
Yeah, especially if people want to travel from, like, Fort Granite and stuff. I feel like it's totally reasonable that, like, a month is decent. Because by this point, they wouldn't have reestablished the teleportation circles. It takes a year. But
Oh yeah, that is a good question though, because we might want to do a longer time.
yeah, how
they
long does it take,
reestablished those?
like, by ship and
Because I've got
by air to get,
I've-
like, travel to continents?
Air a
I
couple
have
of
folks
days.
on different continents that can help. So
Yeah.
that work with a lot of people.
Ship.
I mean, to be
it's
fair, the people that can afford it are probably going by air.
yeah.
Yeah.
By ship, anywhere from a week or 2.
Okay. So not too long if they come by air then. So a month is probably reasonable then.
Okay. All right.
Because the teleportation circles are definitely not reestablished yet.
Yeah, I can blow a few sendings to get in touch with my old captain and crewmates and dock contacts and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Sounds good.
Who are we talking?
Dock masters.
Wait, what? What's going on?
Spreading the word about the auction.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, I can let a bunch of captains know, and then a bunch of dock masters who can then tell more captains who can then tell their employers.
Just some pop-up rats for randos.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know,
okay.
for cheap, you could do some street urchins who can tell their bosses, who can tell their bosses, who can tell their bosses.
Yeah, and if Rain tells me what to say, I can get in contact with people in Fort Granite via sending spells as well. She would just need to give me some names, and I could very easily get in contact with them.
Okay.
And no, nobody.
And Demeter can definitely help you guys with the Fort Granite side, because patches of the hidden treasure consignment could probably spread the word as well.
Yep.
Alright. You guys... Okay, so...
Tilda would also,
Mhm.
obviously, I mean, with it being the Galantra auction house, there's going to be lots of nobility there.
Oh,
as
yes. Oh, yes.
well, invited, or at least they will be invited.
Somehow, I don't know how we all managed to completely forget about this. But, Kusara, do you know anything about Magevine? Or Glowvine? One might find out.
Glowvine or Memory Bind, the potion.
Also Lichbriar, maybe. But mostly Glowvine.
Okay. Starting from the because my roles decide certain things. Okay. Starting from the least, the least expensive component, which would be the flame clove. She knows a few people who might sell it, but she doesn't know much about it. The glow vine. She believes that seedlings can be purchased in Vox.
Okay.
She recalls that some of the merchants that have come through the shop have attempted to sell the shop a couple of seedlings before, but unfortunately they don't have the proper greenhouses or gardens for them, so they declined. You're in luck with the Lich Briar.
Oh boy.
Because somebody
Are we
rolled
now?
a natural 20 on knowledge for the Lich Briar. There is one place Lich Briar probably grows in abundance. You're gonna have to go to the other continent for it. An abandoned city called Briarthorn in Nonanlyre.
We've heard of that.
Yeah.
Sounds like a fun
I
time.
think that was one of the places where we could get into the Feywild.
Yeah, that might be it.
Yeah.
Sir
Yeah.
Dare Orina,
Yep.
high elf, lived in Durinithil. Allegedly tapped into a primal source of magic and invented the 10th circle of magic. 10th level spell called Comet destroyed Briarthorn.
Yeah, Briarthorn Elven Lands battlefield not recommended for getting to the Feywild.
Gusara will also let you know that this was one of the sites where the Green Plague was unleashed. It was one of the only weapons of its kind that infected a large population of the elves, hence why their population isn't as large as it was in ancient times. The releasers of said so-called biological chemical weapon were thought to be not of this plane. This is also the reason that elves are fairly wary of outsiders. And Briarthorn was their center of magic until Comet and the Green Plague hit almost simultaneously. With their magical center taken out, that left the elves weak, and the invaders left. So yeah. But yeah, Briarthorn would be your place to go. She says that from what she's heard, Lichbriar grows in abundance there, but not many people go in. Not many people come out.
Could be fun. Something to consider.
I mean, personally, I'm not really looking forward to having such a thing in our garden.
Maybe we could go to Fox and buy the...
I don't know that it would do very good in the garden, to be honest, unless we kept it up.
There we are.
Yeah, it would require a massive amount of water if it doesn't attach to a host.
Yes.
Glowvine it is.
But I mean, you could, if you wanted to make. I mean, it depends on how much you want to make. We would obviously harvest some. We wouldn't be able to keep it. But if we need to get up production for a few items, go on a little quest.
That's true. We could go on a little quest and try to harvest some and then sell it and fund the teleportation circle. Let's see how the auction does, though.
You could always throw it at a weird third-party location. Someplace that we don't like. Just a shithole location.
We just have a secondary garden where we bury all of our betrayers and dead people.
Yeah.
Because we don't have a prison, so we just have a death garden.
Metal. Oh.
Okay, all right. So in the month you'll have the auction. So I will put that in the notes. Grand auction in a month, selling all these things. I have to do Gusara and the art list. All right.
Oh, we also have those 3 eye stalks.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
Liberation Ray, Petrification Ray,
and
Paralyze.
Yeah.
Guessing they're not going to be that much, but I don't know if we're ever going to use them either.
Yeah. Because they're good for like just 1 use, I think.
That's only a DC 15.
So Gusara will look at them.
We can auction these too.
And
Such a crazy weird auction.
Yes. The adventurer's auction. What are you gonna find? Who knows?
I mean,
is that a manticore testicle? My god!
That is not supposed to be in there.
Get it out. Get it out.
I have to pay back my own testicle.
oh my god.
Brand new senses.
No, you just learn from the whole tea cart thing, and you just find him in the parking lot. It's fine. So tea tray, tea carts. I was chewing cereal. I didn't really hear.
Oh.
I think it was a tea cart.
Yeah. Gusara's gonna say you only have 3
Of
the eye stalks.
Yeah, just 3.
oh,
That's unfortunate. If you
Why?
had a 4th one, then you could have an expert at conjuration summon a specter to guard a location for 101 years.
oh, Jesus.
What?
Interesting.
We will go on a fucking beholder jaunt. We will,
No, we will not.
what?
We can go on it. Tilda can stay.
Beholder jaunt.
Maybe we do want to keep those. We do kill another beholder.
Should probably get like some formaldehyde to put them in or something, so they don't get stanky.
Yeah, no, we'll figure. I'm sure between Rain and Demeter, they can figure out how to preserve these things.
But yeah, it is a shame that you don't have a 4th currently. It would make a great great guard.
I also forgot that we had an Iron Stone of Regeneration that none of us wanted.
Iron Stone of Regeneration would sell for what will be bought for strength, reserve, hydration. 1,000.
Okay.
Usually sold by around 4,000 is the higher end price.
All right. And we could sell that too. And the Scarab of Protection we're keeping for emergencies. And I think that is it, because we're also keeping the Fiend Seeker Javelin.
Okay, excellent.
What about just out of curiosity,
Mhm.
how much are Boots of the Winterlands worth?
Boots of the Winterland. Who makes this stuff?
I think dwarves.
I wasn't. I was. Anyways. Well, Boots of the Winterlands you could probably sell for 1,000 as well.
Hmm. Is everyone okay if I just like toss them in the vault, and then if we need to go on like some sort of cold excursion, we have
Sure.
because they have cold resistance on them, which
Yeah.
could
I mean,
be really
I
handy
would
for
keep
somebody.
them. I would keep them on your person just in case.
Okay.
Um,
I mean, I'm not attuned to them right now, so.
no, I know, but like if we're traveling around and like
You
suddenly
have
we
a
gotta
handy
go,
haversack now, so.
yeah, suddenly we gotta go somewhere cold. you
Wait, I
can-
thought we had extra bags of holding. Why do I have a haversack?
Apparently they're haversacks, not bags of holding.
Mhm.
Hmm.
I misspoke. I looked at my notes again.
All right.
Sorry, he's enjoying himself.
Oh, Kitty.
Oh,
He has old man eyebrows.
yeah, he does.
Does he's such a Gandalf?
But he's so fluffy.
Yes. Apparently, he's being trained as a paladin by French Fry because Brandon has this whole narrative that Ketchup is an evil demon, and French Fry is training Leomar to combat him.
Sure, why not?
I humor him. He's not right, Leomar. Anyways, okay, so I'll come up with the art list. The auction will be in a month. Okay, sounds good. This is
I have a
good.
question for you.
Yep.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how fluffy is Leomar's belly?
Let me see. Let's see. It's definitely softer than the rest of his fur.
Oh, it just looks like it'd be so soft.
It's very soft. When he was a kitten, it was much softer. Obviously.
Oh. Okay.
All right. Now he's biting me. Okay.
You're welcome.
That's okay. He doesn't bite hard. He likes to nip. Anyways. Okay, cool. Oh, that's cute. Okay. Anything else? Well, I come up with the list in this auction house. thing.
So, how many more big things do we have on the horizon for like a while? Like, are we
Nothing.
possibly going to have a downtime chunk?
Possibly.
Possibly. Depends
Yeah.
on...
Because, so Mel would like to find Rain.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Okay.
Sweetheart, it's time we get married. I need to have children now. They must be legitimate.
There's
That's
a
still gonna be
whole
fast.
lot of
Um,
weirdness going on in
Are they
there.
just gonna smush tacos until like no, what? Anyway,
I think it's
They
a
must
vetting
have two
process.
It's more like they need to have two parents. They can't just have. I can't manage this.
I'm sure you can find a wizard somewhere.
Dear
A
Lord,
wizard
guys.
did it.
with magic.
here, this enchanted strap-on will let you.
I wasn't going that way, but okay.
Jesus.
I mean, I guess it depends on how you roll a
Oh my
roll
goodness.
two girls of sex change and
Yeah, just okay. Anyway. Oh. Well, Melody's
yes.
gonna find Rain.
she's probably working down in the tavern, I imagine.
So, I sort of have to.
That was Philip, sorry.
That's okay. I'm going to have to start thinking about, a family.
I
And-
fucking called it.
So is that something that you're okay with?
You say family, you mean kids?
Like, I was gonna adopt somebody and then train them to be, a knight and stuff. And yeah, but like not tiny. Like I don't want it to be pooping everywhere. It would be more of like a middle size. I mean, I feel like you can probably get different sizes, and so I'll just go with like a middle.
She went very like Eastern London there.
Yeah.
I don't want to be pooping everywhere.
Well, the poop is. I mean, you're the youngest, right, of your siblings?
Off the top of my head, I think so.
Well, you've gone back and forth a bit on it.
No. I've got a younger brother.
She's got a younger brother.
You
I'm
have
middle.
She
Daryl.
has changed her mind on this once or twice. I know. Because you were saying like, oh, they wouldn't have a kid after because my mom cheated, but
Yeah.
but I mean, that makes sense. They might have a try to make it up baby and still be pissed off at each other.
Yeah, there you go. That's what happened with my youngest brother.
The son?
He's a let's make it work, never mind, we hate each other.
Yeah.
Wow. This is too real. It's too real because I know people who've gone through
D&D
this.
More real than real life.
I don't know. I've never minded the little ones. I was an older sister too. It wasn't. But
All right. Well, if you were planning on being
I'm probably
around...
not what you were expecting to hear. I imagine. I don't think anyone would have guessed that. But kids really like me actually. It's
Oh,
surprising.
no, I can totally see that. I just was making sure that you were planning to be here for a while and, all that stuff.
I mean,
we
it
all
really
live
depends.
here, obviously, physically. But I don't sleep with
But
Tilda.
Just kind of brain kind of breaks for a moment.
What just
What
happened?
did you say? What did you say about Silver?
I said, we all live here, but I don't sleep with Tilda.
Oh. Got it. Jesus.
It's good to know. Good to know. I mean, no. I mean, I don't. I mean, I guess I want a kid. I just honestly thought it was never going to be an option for me, personally. But
I understand. I mean, you can get them pre-made, so...
more, it wasn't going to be something that was going to fit into my life.
Oh, I can see that. I mean, our lives are... I think all of us have quite different lives than we expected.
And I really miss not having a father around. It kind of fucked me up a lot.
Yeah, I understand.
It's
Well-
scary. It's being responsible for a life.
Well, it's not something that I was going to just like go out to the kids' store and pick one up. I was just, throwing that idea out there because that way you can think about it. And, who knows when we'll have time to do things. So,
But yes,
lovely. Mel's gonna go punch something.
Okay,
to
before
feel
that
like she
happens,
God.
Chambers
I know.
comes and finds you. Sir Melanie? Well... So, there's someone at the gates. They claim they know you. But I'm not sure if we should let them in. Because...
There's an orphan on the stoop.
Just
that's
teleported
awfully
here.
confusing.
They heard you talking about orphans and it knew it had a chance.
it's just
So-
like the
Divine intervention.
So
Decide-
there's an individual. He says his name is Deacon,
Oh, Jesus.
but he has somebody with him, and I don't know if I should let them in.
Is it my brother?
No, it
Is...
unless your brother's a giant.
Oh, well, that's interesting. Give me a moment, if you
Mhm.
don't mind. I'm gonna go.
Chambers looks
Um,
like she's like in partial shock. It's still.
Yeah, that's a reasonable response. I am gonna go like power walk through the keep until I find Tilda.
When you leave Chambers looks at Rain. Miss Rain, what should I do in the meantime? Are we preparing for a guest? Are we going to turn away?
Yes, we need to prepare for a guest.
Okay. Okay,
Do you have a room tall enough? I mean, giants do come in varieties.
we could prepare one of the. Well, I was going to say the library, but I don't think that's an option.
Yeah, so you don't want that, and that could be an issue.
She's gonna have to sleep outside.
We could possibly prepare one of the, if they don't mind, one of the larger sitting rooms. I'm sure we can find something they could sleep on. We'll bring lots of pillows.
Do your best.
I shall. And Chambers bows and just quietly like walks backwards and like starts shouting, "We need all the pillows!" Okay, Melanie.
I'm gonna just finding Tilda.
Yeah, Tilda's. I mean, it really depends on when this happens.
Wait, is Deacon the one that Tilda likes?
Yes.
Okay, all right. I was making sure that it wasn't the wrong NPC. Okay.
Tilda and Ro both love Deacon. As well as Belzor. Anywho, so Tilda's either in the library researching the potion, or she's in the vault, or taking a look at the art and like, do we want this here? By the way, DM,
Mm-hmm.
Tilda would have sent a message to Theo and said, like, we seem to be staying here for a day or two. If you'd like to come down and visit, I'd love to see you, but, if not, if you're too busy or
as soon
whatever.
as you say, if you'd like to come and visit, there's an immediate yes. Be there as soon as possible.
I was also going to do the same thing with Tegan.
Okay, with Tegan.
Yeah, but I know he's probably busy since shit. I already
Elena.
forgot her name.
Shit.
Elena, yeah. Is now, piecing off to the Feywild to be an Archfey's servant person? Vassal?
Tool of destruction? Yeah, sure, we'll go with that.
Okay, yep, vassal.
These are a few things, Tilda, that you find in the when you're going over with Gusara. The more expensive items. Ignore the numbers. I actually pretend I accidentally hit enter.
Rolling off of a
Oh god,
table, I'm sure.
6 is terrible.
Yes. But some collector, I'm sure, would probably.
There's no
want
body in it. Just
I
saying.
know, but still, just thinking about it is a little sad. Anyway, So yeah, that's apparently what Tilda's doing
Okay.
right now.
And you said this is where?
In the vault.
In the
In
vault.
the vault. Okay. Sorry, I missed the beginning there.
Fine.
I will head to the vault.
All right.
And,
You see Gusara and Tilda looking over items. Gusara handing her the jade board game with the gold pieces. I think this would be worth about 750.
Hmm.
It needs to be polished a bit.
Tilda.
Oh, yes.
You know, I just thought that maybe you'd want to come out and say hi to Deacon.
Oh, is Deacon here?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wonderful. Well, obviously you can let. Why must I go out to see him? He.
Well, you know, he has a
Should've-
friend with him, a giant.
Oh. It must be his Master Biggrin.
Yes.
If you'll excuse me, why can I not remember this woman's name?
Gusara.
Grusara, thank you.
It's
You'll
only when
excuse me,
I don't need
Gusara.
it that I remember her name.
Yeah.
No problem. She's using a jeweler's magnifying glass, and she's looking at a golden crown that she found from the pile. Little wear on the tips. Artist mark is not quite visible. Maybe 150.
None of this is magical, by the way.
No,
right?
no. These are
Okay.
purely decorative.
Decorative, nice.
All right.
Tilda will say, "It seems we have guests, so I have to leave you to this task alone."
Of course. She has a large clipboard, and she's just writing numbers down. And then she just puts gets some stickers and puts the pricing.
Yep. Okay. Tilda trusts her with it. She seems to know what she's doing, so Tilda will go with Melanie to the front gates.
All right. When you arrive at the front gates, you see Deacon. Deacon is his normal koboldy self, looking a little dirty. His clothing is a little worse for wear. He's wearing a bright grin on his face as he sees you and Melanie open the gates.
Would you say it's a big grin?
Behind him is...
I mean, it was right there.
I know. I should have guessed. Behind him is a giant, a frost giant. So larger than your typical hill giants. Currently, he has on his back a backpack. His clothing looks like it was altered on the run. Not so much with the furs. Has a has a drum stuffed in one of the larger pockets of the backpack. A full white beard, whitish, almost with a blue tinge, going halfway down his chest. A rather elegant looking hat. It looks more like for lack of a better term, black beanie. If those exist.
Sure.
And he's wearing probably for his kind, a long coat with many different patterns. It looks like as if it has been, like, it's had many holes and it's just been patched over and over again. So there's multiple colors and shapes and sizes on this this coat. And as soon as Deacon sees you and you're close enough, he is going to attempt to run up and give you a hug if you let him.
I will let Deacon.
Okay. And Deacon says,
Okay.
Deacon's so happy!
As long as he's not like dirty.
He's not that dirty.
Okay,
Ah,
I'll give it. I'll let him hug me.
okay.
Um,
How is Miss Tilda?
I'm doing well, Deacon. How are you? And I beg your pardon. You must be Master Bigrin.
Indeed I am. And Deacon said, "Oh, Deacon apologizes. Yes. Miss Tilda, Lady Tilda, Sir Melanie, Master Bigrin." And Master Bigrin will take off his hat, press it against his chest, and bow deeply. Almost to the point where his beard, the end of his beard, just touches the ground, and then he'll raise his head back up. It's an honor to and pleasure to meet you, both of you. Deacon has told me so much about you and your friend, and the rest of your friends. Um, I hope we're not intruding. I hope you're not busy or doing something important. I know how busy individuals like yourselves must be.
Not intruding, particularly, but it's a sort of, we do find ourselves at a bit of a loss as to, where to put you, Master Bigrin.
Oh, I
Because,
see.
as you can see, our keep is woefully, too small to fit you.
That's perfectly fine. I know that human dwellings usually don't accommodate individuals of my size.
It is really something we should have thought
I'm
about.
I'm fine if you have a barn. Um, Outside is fine. I have my own tent. I might
Do
need a
we
little
have a barn?
space for the tent.
We
I-
have stables, but I don't. I think we
Eh.
have stables, but no, we don't have like a barn.
My
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna fit.
yeah.
the
My
giant.
kind is used to staying in harsh cold. So
What kind of giant is he?
he's a frost giant.
Frost giant. Okay.
Yeah. So this weather is actually quite lovely for someone like myself. So I don't mind staying outside in the meantime. I just need a little bit of time to like rest my person. Um,
Of course.
Deacon and I got into a nasty bit of trouble, unfortunately, and I still have a few wounds here and there that just need to rest. Most of the damage has been healed by magic, but recovery time would be most appreciated.
Okay. Oh, wonderful. Yes. Well, come along. Come on in. It's not. It's if you can find somewhere that you might be comfortable. There's this open area here, which is sort of our trying to think of a medieval way of saying driveway.
Courtyard?
Courtyard. That's better. Thank you. Which is sort of a courtyard, a front courtyard. And you said you had your tent and
Yes.
whatnot, so I imagine if you think it would fit, I don't see any reason why you couldn't stay here.
As long as I'm not disturbing anybody or blocking anybody's way, I can move whenever. It's perfectly fine. I'm in your home. I just apologize for inconveniencing you.
Oh, don't be silly. But I am interested in learning what you and our friend Deacon here. You said you got into a bit of a trouble, bit of a
Mhm.
scrap.
Yes. So how do I put this?
Anything we should be concerned about?
Deacon kind of looks sheepish. Deacon didn't mean to, and Bigrin's like, he may had enraged a few cloud giants.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh.
Oh no. What on earth? Excuse me. What on Pondera did you do, Deacon?
Deacon didn't do anything. He's like, he's looking at Bigrin, and you see he doesn't want to blame him openly, but
Okay.
Master Bigrin says that would be my fault. Deacon, it's okay. I was merely researching. In the territory of cloud giants, I know that is reckless of me. I have apologized, and I apologize again. My specialty is lore on our people, and they had a few tomes of great interest of me, and I was only going to be there for a few days at most. Unfortunately, one of their dream walkers came across me. And yes. So I got into a little bit of a problem. Deacon seemingly found out I was in trouble and rescued me, which I am very, very appreciative of. And at that point, Deacon looks very proud of himself.
So, essentially, you're on the run from cloud giants.
Yes, but I do not think they will come to Leona.
Are you positive?
Yes. It was on another continent. After crossing the Northern Sea, we lost track of them. We definitely were not followed. That much I can assure you. But I assume that I am not welcome in that territory again.
Well, as long as you're positive that you were not followed, you are welcome to stay here, for as long as you need. What were you researching about exactly? And why is it such a problem to...
Cloud giants and frost giants don't get along.
Do I know anything about this? Like, this seems like world lore that...
Yeah, you can just roll a history check. It's
24. I love when I get to roll history and arcana checks.
That is so specific.
It's because I only have expertise in those areas. Oh, no, I don't, actually. My bad, but they're the highest expertise that I have.
so
I love it.
So typically frost giants, sans Bigrin, are warriors of the north. Typically they respect only brute strength and skill in battle. Cloud
Right.
giants Cloud giants are proud. They are giants that live high above the world and typically sees themselves as superior to all other giant races save the storm giants. Um, so it could be that such a lowly frost giant entering cloud giant territory, it's seen as not something that the cloud giants would like, and the fact that maybe Bigrin looking into the history might irk them, especially going through tomes. They might not want him to go through. It
Okay.
doesn't sound like he had permission to enter
Mm.
the lands or the libraries and places of research that he was going through.
I see. Alrighty. Well, I will tell them both to make themselves comfortable, and whenever Chambers shows up, I will tell her that these are our esteemed guests.
Which on cue, Chambers does arrive, and she, Pastries, and a couple other helpers are carrying a lot of pillows. The biggest blanket they could find, um, which probably won't be enough. So they've brought several blankets they are going to stitch together.
Yeah, I was gonna say unless they found like a 15-foot tall blanket.
Um, and Chambers like, okay, I think we have enough pillow. Oh, Lady Matilda, apologies. I didn't know you were in mid conversation.
Oh, no, it's fine. Chambers, these are our esteemed guests, Deacon
Hi.
and his friend, Master Big Grin. I'm sorry, I don't know if that's
Big Grin is
your
fine.
full name? Big Grin.
You don't have to call me master. I'm not a master, and Deacon's like, Big Grin's master bard. It's like, yeah, I guess I am. Anyways, again, sorry for inconveniencing you. I will set up my tent. That's a lot of pillows. I might only
Yes, that is a lot of pillows. Why are they here?
we don't have a mattress that's large enough.
Well, Big Grin here claims that he's fine enough with the ground.
Oh, I see. In that case, Master Bigrin, would you be requiring any food or water? And Bigrin says, I would like some water, please. That would be wonderful. And it's like, right away. And she goes back inside.
As you can see, we're not accustomed to hosting guests of your stature,
I see.
Master Big.
I hear that you do have a tavern here.
Yes, right over there. I've forgotten the name of it.
Rook and Rose.
The Rook and the Rose.
Would you... I mean, I can offer my services as a bard and play some music. I'm sure that would...
Excuse me?
Just jam him in the door. It's fine. We'll just push real hard. Wait, does anyone know enlarge reduce?
Not today. I can do
No.
it tomorrow.
We can just make him real small. Well, I mean, we can make him smaller. Not
Excuse
real
me, this is
small.
my tavern?
Yeah, Tilda
yes.
kind of gets an awkward. Oh,
We can have guests, Saitari.
Yeah, I
Well,
mean, guests
I'm not in
are good.
charge.
They can show how good you are in comparison. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to talk over you.
Sorry. I'm not in charge of booking entertainment.
Oh,
at
I see.
the tavern.
I
You
can
would have to
imagine Rain just says yes, and like Saitari's like, the fuck?
Well, you aren't there.
You would have to talk to the two in our group who really are the proprietors of the tavern.
Of course.
Rain Levy or Zaitari Zest. They're around here somewhere, and Deacon would recognize them.
What you can do is we could have a sweet, like, you know how they'll take the projectors outside and have like movies on the side of the
Yeah.
building, but with a giant bard.
I will warn you that Zaitari is a bard herself,
Mm-hmm.
and she does tend to get a little jealous of people sort of horning in on her territory, especially since we've just been on a quest and she's just had her voice returned to her, her singing voice.
Oh, I did not mean to be rude. I was
It's
only.
not a. No. It's perfectly fine. Don't feel you need to work in order to sort of earn your keep. You're our guest.
No,
You're
no.
a friend of Deacon's.
Well, I figured, and I've been used for this purpose before. Might I assume that frost giant musicians are few and far between in the lower lands?
Oh, absolutely.
So
This-
I assume, I'm usually treated as a spectacle. I'm not. I've heard that Lady Zaitari is very talented. Um,
lead with that.
but just offering to perhaps drum up some extra business. But if she and her other business partner do not wish for me to perform, I just merely offering.
I think we're all within
Again.
grudge distance if you want to get in contact,
Again, you'd have to talk to Zaitari or Rain.
Of course, I will.
And as I said, lead with the fact that you've heard of Zaitari and how good a performer she is.
Oh, I'm not. I. That is what I've heard.
You seem very charming. I'm sure you can butter her up.
I will attempt to do so.
Hey Zaitari, wanna fuck a giant?
Whoa, no.
Okay.
I don't want to
Fair
get
enough.
destroyed. You'd rip me in two. I'm good.
Oh.
Tilda, your passive perception's like 21, right?
23, I believe.
All right, 23. While you were talking, you see Deacon's like looking around, looking at, the garden, looking around, just checking out the digs, see
Mhm.
what improvements have been made. When all of a sudden,
Oh god.
there is a little tabaxi.
Oh boy. I was waiting
And
for
and
this.
you see Deacon and Pastries start chatting away.
Uh-oh.
And then you see Pastries like take him by the wrist and quickly lead him off into the keep.
Uh-oh.
Oh boy.
Uh,
I hope they don't
I-
murder themselves.
I think I
Really
might
hard
have
fault.
something I need to take care of.
Of course, of course. I'm sorry to keep you so long. I'll just get set up.
Not a problem. Wonderful. Enjoy your stay here, and then I am immediately following. Like, Pastries, Deacon,
Yes?
where are you off to?
Pastries said there's some cool plants that Deacon might want to look at.
I'm gonna insight check the hell out of them. That is
Well,
not great.
they're hiding something, but the plant part isn't wrong.
Mind if I come along?
Shh.
Wonderful!
Silence is consent. Let's go.
They start. Pastry starts like, okay, this way. I catch
Like,
up.
Pastries
damn it,
is a
Mom, gotta ruin
child.
everything.
Yeah,
Don't
I'm just.
fight me.
I'm gonna keep. I will just follow them. I'm gonna keep fairly close to them.
Okay, 1 sec. I gotta feed this cat.
Okay. Fair enough.
Okay, well, while we're cat feeding, I have to pee, or I'm going to die.
Bingo.
Okay.
Just like a
Yeah.
sim. I'll just my needs got too low.
Then stop talking to us, man.
Yeah, go do it. Damn.
Go. That's also like a sim. Like, stop talking and just go! I have clicked the toilet for you!
It's like you cancel all their conversations and they start fucking talking again, even though you told
Again.
them to go to the fucking bathroom and piss
Exactly!
themselves and die of embarrassment.
Hi.
Like, Jesus goddamn Christ.
Sorry.
Hi.
Sorry about that.
Lynn had to go pee.
Oh,
So if you want anything to do with her...
that's okay. So Pastries leads Deacon to the garden proper, points out a few plants. Kind of just looks at you. Points out a few more plants. Deacon is nodding enthusiastically.
I kind of lean down and I say, so is this really all you wanted to do, Pastries? Show Deacon these specific plants?
No.
What was it you were intending to do with Deacon?
I was gonna take him to the poison grotto.
Do you think you should be fooling around within the poison grotto?
No.
I agree. I agree. You should not be fooling around in the poison grotto. It is a place where you could get seriously hurt.
Okay. I'm sorry.
I know I'm not your mother. But I do think you're part of this household. And we look out for each other here.
I'm sorry.
So that time Tilda believes it. And she just says, well, if you'd like, we could go visit the poison grotto. I could ask Rain to come along and visit. We could show Deacon our lovely plants. It's not a place that I think you should be unsupervised, though. Just in case.
Okay.
Over the brooch, I'll say, Rain, our mischievous little kitten has decided to show Deacon the poison grotto. Would you mind coming to escort them and explain what everything actually is, and what they can touch, what they can't touch, etc.?
How old is Pastries? Like
She's like 13.
relative.
Yeah. She's like early teens.
Well, I suppose I better get some practice in.
Oh.
Tilda's just like, what?
Yeah, Tilda's kind of like, I beg your pardon?
I'll be right along. Show the kids the ropes. Better safe through knowledge than breaking in on their own.
Precisely.
So Rain will wander over that way.
Ro, so yeah, you have a 23 passive perception.
I do indeed.
Yeah, at this point, Deacon is checking out a table with 2 rocks on it.
Oh no.
Just curiously looking at it.
What is this? I don't understand what's going on.
That's Ronny's shrine to Tyr, right?
Yep.
Oh no.
Up to.
I'm sorry, what'd you say, Kay?
He's been sprucing it up with a bunch of continual flames.
Yeah, he's looking at the continual flames. He's just like,
Yes, that is our a shrine to Tyr that our friend Ronny has set up.
Deacon likes it. And he like crouches down at eye level.
Mm-hmm.
Ronny has good eye, perfectly balanced.
As all
Indeed.
things should be.
Mm-hmm.
Tilda's going to keep the chatter going. I am not great at that.
Yeah. Oh, you
but
make
Tilda would have
you make
had
small.
training
Yeah, you make
to make small talk.
you
and
make
stuff
small
like
talk. Yeah, you definitely make small talk.
that. Just to kind of keep both of them distracted, or at least focusing on one thing. You know what I mean? Like, just to keep them both.
Roll a persuasion check.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, you
I
definitely
am
get.
so damn good.
Yeah, you are pretty good at wrangling essentially children.
Mhm.
Like,
Well,
no,
One of them definitely is a child.
no, look this way, follow the hands.
I mean, kobolds are basically children, anyways.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, you're able to do this until Rain gets there.
And at that point, I will leave.
3 children. No.
I will say, I'm leaving them in your capable hands. And then I'll go back up to the vault, I guess.
But nature take its course. So, kids, do we want to start with the things that explode or the ones that change how you taste things? I know, so the question is
how you
explode.
taste things. I didn't know
Yeah,
that
like miracle
means.
berries.
Deacon's
Yeah,
like
berries,
Deacon's
they,
like
I know,
Oh.
that's a silly question. Just always.
like miracle
Come on, let's
berries. Deacon, you have miracle berries?
Of course.
Ooh. But of course, pastries is hanging on the other thing you just said.
Explodes!
Explosions. Deacon's made many explosions before, so he's used to it.
Oh, I'm sure. I can only imagine Deacon's made just so many explosions.
I'm thinking of those little, like, boxes of 25-cent poppers you buy, like, at the garage sale. It's like, pop, you know, like
Yep.
things that do, like.
Oh yes, I was imagining those too, or like anything like cherry bombs. A little more, like a bigger explosion.
Work up to it.
Okay. So Taylor goes back to the vote. Rain starts showing pastries and Deacon the poison grotto.
How long will it take for Theo to get from his estate?
Couple, probably the better part of like half the day.
Okay.
Yeah. He probably has some things to finish up and then
Right.
head down. Okay. So you're doing that. Ronny, where are you doing?
Ronny.
Yes.
Where are you doing?
I'm probably scrying right now.
Okay, so you're still scrying. Okay, cool.
And nobody came to tell me that there was a giant visitor or anything, so I'm just in my room scrying.
Okay.
You'll find out that eventually.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Melanie, what are you doing?
I'm kind of just gonna hang out in view of either Deacon or Big Grin because I don't distrust him because he's a giant. I distrust him because he's friends with Deacon, and I'm just kind of worried that if he has any of the same proclivities, that shit's gonna break. So not maliciously, just in the
Precaution.
inevitable way that Deacon breaks shit. So I'm just kind of gonna stay in view of this area.
Okay. He's just setting up his tent. He gets situated, bringing out some things, starts making a little like circles of stones for an eventual like small campfire. He takes out a enormous leather-bound tome, and he opens it up, takes out a massive quill that looks like it came from, like, for lack of a better word, a rock. and dips the nib of the quill in a large pot of ink and starts writing things down. He's looking around and starts writing things. Probably looks like he's looking around at the keep and just chronicling things.
Could I take like a bath in this inkwell?
It's not that big. It's probably
Okay.
as big. Well, if it's travel size, it's probably as large as a small bucket. Probably a
Nice.
bucket you use for like a mop or something.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of chill.
Sir Melanie, and this is Bigrin speaking. Can
Ah.
I help you?
I was just here.
I assume that me being a frost giant in the middle of your courtyard, writing, chronicling my journey is a little daunting.
It's mostly that. Well, we love Deacon dearly. We do.
Deacon
But
is a honest and courageous companion, yes.
Mm-hmm.
yes, that is he is honest. But that sort of exuberance that he has,
he is very enthusiastic.
extremely
Oh,
enthusiastic.
He used to be worse.
Oh,
Oh yes.
Damn.
He merely now has somewhat of a focus on his craft, but before he was all over the place.
well, I was just sort of, I hadn't met you very much, and I was sort of just making sure that you weren't as
Enthusiastic as Deacon.
Enthusiasm and size, when mixed together, can be not the best.
A destructive combination.
Yes. But honestly, seems like I needn't have worried.
I mean, the only time I get truly enthusiastic is when I perform on stage, but
perhaps we will be able to maybe do something outside.
You hear Is that
exuberance.
Is that something we should be worrying about?
No, I can't. Nope, I can't get there in time, so we're just gonna pretend we didn't hear that.
Ignorance is bliss?
Yeah, there's possibly a fire now, but that's fine.
Well, if you need any assistance, please let me know. I am here to help.
Well, I don't know how well you can get into where they. You're right. I'm just gonna go take a look at whatever they're doing.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go find the source of.
And as you walk away, you hear Bigrin murmur to yourself, and then there was an explosion.
And Melanie is just rethinking everything.
You get to the poison grotto. Pastries is like grinning from ear to ear. Deacon is hiding behind Pastries, but popping out his head, like with this expression of like awe and amazement. And Deacon says, Deacon wants to know, does it always turn purple?
You know what? That one's new. I think what happened here is that new fertilizer Demeter was using. I should ask her a little bit more about that. That was away for a whole 7 minutes.
Oh, hi, Sir Melanie.
Hello. I was just checking on that source of that noise.
And then you hear Pastries, that was so cool! Can we do it again?
Well, go stack up the stones again, and
Yeah.
let's see if we can get the last one knocked off this time.
Woot! And you see her sprint off to gather more stones. Deacon will help.
I find they're hiding way far away. You would need a whole bushel of them to get back this far.
Wait, what?
I point to one of the plants. Those will cause a minor explosion. Bigger if refined, but as they're used now, it's pretty safe.
Ah. Well, I just heard, a bit of a sound and wanted to make sure that everybody was fine. Okay. I will assist them in their explosion funness.
Okay. Sounds good. Zaitari, where are you up to?
I'm probably
Preparing to be buttered up. No.
For the time being, locked in my room trying to work up the courage to actually sing, but not being able to do it. Like, I'm just humming, and I'm like, open my mouth to try to sing. Like, as I'm like playing my instrument to myself, it's like, nope, can't do it.
Okay.
Because she's just too nervous about it. So eventually she gives up and sends a message to Tegan, basically saying, hey, we're at the keep. Feywild was a success. And if this takes multiple ones, then she'd do it.
Okay.
You're probably busy, especially with forgot her name again.
Elena.
Elena, thank you. I was like, Alessa? Nope, it's not Alessa, it's something else. It's like Alexandria, but it's not Alexandria either, because that's another character. With Elena deciding to stay in the Feywild. Would like to see you. You can come visit. So.
Alright. Long story short, he pretty much says that he has to finish our work up for today, but he can try to get down there as soon as possible.
Okay. That's fine.
Okay.
And then I'm going to start wandering the keep.
Okay.
I'm sure I hear a minor explosion outside.
You do.
Kind of dismiss it because, when we're back,
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure Rain does lots of interesting experiments with all of the plants that we have. And then I go out into the courtyard.
And you see a giant tent with a frost giant in front of it.
Who are you and why are you in my courtyard?
He looks at you. He's like, oh, my apologies. He like straightens. He stands up at full height. Kind of like tries to get some of the wrinkles out of his clothes. Bows to you. I am Bigren. I am a companion of Deacon's. Your wonderful Lady Matilda has allowed me to stay here while I recover from some of my more grievous injuries.
Oh no, that's all right. If you're a friend of Deacon.
But
Deacon
Deacon.
shit. Yeah.
But I was I find myself at a little at a loss for words because I'm in front of the presence of Lady Zaitari.
Mm-hmm. I'm just gonna squint and I'm gonna see if he's bullshitting me.
Okay. He's not bullshitting.
Is he like
you.
laying it on thick?
The one time that you roll insight really good.
I know. When it doesn't fucking matter. I hate it.
A little bit thick, but there is still like a great measure of slight reverence and still impressed.
Yeah. I kind of like squint at him and then I smile and cross my arms and I'm like, so you've heard of me then?
Of course. Anybody who
Of
opens
course.
for... Of course. Anybody who opens for the Ice Queen, word gets around.
Oh.
And you were at the...
Good thing I decided to do that show.
And you were at the... You were performing at the Oak Hall Theater in Nortec, correct?
Yes.
Unfortunately, I wasn't able to make it due to gestures to self.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
They
It
don't like...
sounds-
Yeah, they don't like giants there.
Oh, yes. The theater is also, I would say, not impressive enough for one of your stature.
Well, I've performed in a few venues, unfortunately.
Oh, you're a performer as well.
I am. He points to his drum, and I also am a writer. I taught Deacon how to write, actually.
Hmm.
He's a wonderful, splendid, very quick student, to be honest. Dare I say, if he ever truly focuses on a task, I think, and it is for evil, I fear we are all doomed.
Well, he does sing about doom a lot, so.
He does. He does. Have you heard of his rendition of "We're Going Through the Dungeon"?
Yes,
Yes, it's quite something.
it is.
He's-
Something is definitely a word to describe it.
He's very enthusiastic. Very puts everything in his art. That is something I cannot deny, and he definitely has a passion for it.
Mm-hmm. Just brimming with enthusiastic, destructive passion.
Miss Vitari, I was wondering.
Mhm.
I am, of course, intruding on your lovely, lovely home, and I was wondering if you would like me to, if you needed to drum up some additional business, because I'm sure that you're.
You play a drum.
You see what I did there. Anyways, I was wondering if you would like me to perform at Miss Lady Matilda said that you and your business associate currently run that lovely tavern over yonder. And
Yes.
I was wondering if you needed a performer. I would play for free. It could. Usually, I'm treated as a spectacle of sorts because of my race and
Mhm.
species.
Mhm.
I could probably, get some additional business for you, especially if they hear there is a frost giant playing a drum and reciting sonnets and
Mhm.
stories.
I would have to discuss it with my associate.
Of course.
And not for lack of belief in you, but I would be interested in seeing your skills.
Oh, of course. Would you like me to perform now or when your business associate arrives?
Just one moment, and
Okay.
I'm going to say over the bridge. Rain, would you mind coming to the courtyard? There's a giant here who would like to perform at our tavern.
Just one moment. About a minute later, 2 explosions. And then a couple minutes later, Rain comes to the courtyard. What was this, Atari? It was just, working.
Yes, I heard earlier as well. We have a guest who would like to perform at our tavern.
Kind of look up at the storm. You said storm giant, right?
Ice giant.
Or
Frost giant.
Frost.
Frost.
Frost,
Frost,
yeah.
Frost
Yeah.
giant. So,
Oh
look
god,
it
if
up.
he was a storm giant, he wouldn't be
Oh
able to
god, he'd be
fit-
21 tall,
yeah.
yeah.
fit anywhere.
with Melody's care, they'll be fine. Oh no.
And
Range for doing her own little test.
this is a hand axe.
Yes.
Well, I mean, we did agree to start training chambers. So,
Absolutely. I would. It'd be quite the boon for our little tavern to have someone of your.
quite the boon. Excuse me. I'm quite. But yes, it would be beneficial.
Okay. Allow
Do
me.
you sing as well as drum?
I do. Not as well as your esteemed business partner, though.
I haven't sung in a long time.
Maybe we'll have to have a duet.
I would say I'm thinking maybe it's been quite some time since I've danced with a percussion background.
Tari, I mean, that would be a headlining event. That's something no one around here has seen.
No need to lay it on thick, Rain.
I don't know any other way.
Well, I could perform a little song that I wrote once among my people. It's a little slower, as a lot of giant music tends to be, but I think you would find it acceptable, hopefully.
I'm sure.
All right.
Do go on.
All right. So he takes out a drum. It's pretty large, about probably about 4 feet tall and about maybe 2 feet wide, maybe up to 3 feet wide. And he starts beating on the drum. The melody is kind of like
Da, da, da,
yes.
Sorry.
And
That's just immediately what it reminded me of.
And he starts singing like this very, very deep bass voice. Bellows of pain and scraping the chains, the echoes they taunt and deceive me. Oceans of blame and rivers to shame, the fury it never leaves me. Grief in the snow, the winter of woe has come here and judge and bereave me. Lock up the rage, it rattles the cage, the fury it never leaves me. And he starts humming as soon as the first verse is done with. And he continues with this slow song about hiding pain, his rage, protecting the innocent from this bottled up emotion, and suffering in silence. And then the song ends, and he did fairly well. He might be a little rusty, Zaitari. Probably a little bit nervous, because aside from maybe Deacon, this is probably the first time he's performed in a little while for possibly non-giants and non-personal friends, not personal friends. But he's not bad. He just has to get used to singing in front of people he's not accustomed to. And he could probably do that. And after he ends his song, he says, "I apologize. Storytelling is usually more my forte, but I can also sing drum as well. Poetry. Poetry is also something I do, reciting."
Well, storytelling and poetry isn't really something of my specialty. I think it would be an interesting source for an outdoor performance.
Yes. Oh, he looks like at Well, if you think that my playing is adequate, and if you'd like me to play for an outdoor concert, I'd be most happy to.
I think it would be sufficient.
And he has
Rain, what
a
do you think?
I think you could work. I just don't think, we're going to need some assistance. I mean, a giant is, of course, a big draw, but you're going to need a little help, Zaytari.
I can perform an opening, but I also don't mind him, being the main draw for the performance.
I mean, if Deacon doesn't sing, he's actually very good.
Oh
Can
no,
be the opening number
performed.
to Zaytari.
Yeah, he's performed. I think backup for me before.
He's a very talented musician. The voice needs some work.
Yes.
A lot
Well,
of work.
luckily we have
I tried very
Zaytari
hard.
Yes, I can dance or play on my instruments.
Whatever you feel would be best.
I also can provide, I guess, ambient music for your storytelling or poetry.
If you think the audience would be receptive to it, I have many tales from my travels, from giant culture, from an assortment of tales I could provide. Comedic?
I think it would be interesting. How about we keep it family friendly to start,
Okay.
and then as it gets later, we can do a little bit more daring.
Of course. Of course, that sounds lovely.
Have you met our turtle friend?
I haven't, actually.
Oh, let me go find Ronnie. I haven't seen him in a while. Wonder what he's
I'll
up
go
to.
with you, Zaytari. I'll help you out.
Why did you speak so quickly?
Yes, we're walking. We're walking. Let's go.
Okay. Is there something you want to talk about, Rain?
When are you gonna sing for us, Zaytari?
Eventually.
No, I don't need. I know I don't need to tell you you're amazing.
Oh,
I don't know.
thanks.
Exactly.
I know.
Yes, you do.
Yes, I do.
Okay, you don't have. I know there's no other reason. You're just waiting.
No, absolutely not. Just waiting for the right moment to debut my voice after it's been lost for so many years.
How about right now?
The main draw, not me.
Or, I mean, it's got to be for Tegan first, of course.
Sure.
So when's he showing up? We gotta get the show on the road, Zaytari, and gotta get money in the tavern. I mean, this is certainly not me being concerned or anything like that, or wanting to.
I mean, Rain, if you don't want to beat around the bush and say that you are concerned, it's fine. Also, Tegan said that he would be here eventually. I sent him a message today, so I'm not sure when he's going to show up. It's not like he's magical and can zip about like some of us. I mean, even I can't do that. That's pretty much Tilda's specialty.
Yeah, I don't resent that at all. Anyways,
I could start teaching you stuff. I've offered it before. You've met Nick Nevin now. She'd be a fine patron if you wanted to make a pact with her, or I could start teaching you the bardic arts.
did we not notice that I was uncomfortable every minute we were in the Feywild? I don't want to talk about that right now.
Okay.
I mean,
we'll
you
just
could
talk
try
about me
speaking
then.
about it.
We'll just talk about me then.
I think you need to make your debut soon.
I don't know what the rush is.
I don't know what the wait is.
Again, it's been years. it was never really my main thing. It was mostly the dancing. I was good at it, but mostly when I sang, it was for distractions so people could steal things.
Just saying, you're amazing. I'm looking forward to it. And I don't want you to worry about it anymore.
You know you're dating Melanie, right? You don't have to be flirting with me this hard.
I'm just, I have two hands. Just saying. And I walk away.
Oh no, you're coming to you're coming to grab Ronny with me.
Fine.
Anyways,
Back around.
that dragon was a one-time exception. I'm pretty much only guys.
You say that now.
What? I just need somebody to lead me towards the right beacon. Are you the anchor in the sea?
It's like you're making a reference to something.
Maybe. Anyways, knock, knock, knock. Ronny! Ronny, dear, what are you doing? You've been cooped up all day.
One moment. You hear some rustling, and Ronny cracks open the door, and you can see behind him there's a scrying ritual set up. Yes.
Looking at anything interesting?
Just checking up on some loved ones I haven't seen in a while.
Everything all right?
No, they're fine.
Okay. I'm gonna insight check that. Are they? Are they fine? Of course, it's a fucking natural 20.
They're fine. Ronny's the one who's not fine.
Oh, okay. Well, I know just the thing to turn that frown upside down. We have a giant visitor. Literally, frost giant. Would you like to meet him?
I suppose it'd be rude if I didn't meet the guests.
He's going to be performing tales for us later. I'm sorry, say that again?
Did he need help with something? Usually I'm only grabbed if I can be helping someone.
No. He said he has some injuries that he needs to recover from. But I'm not sure if those are ones that can just be healed away or just rested. Mostly I just wanted to see if you wanted to meet him. If you did not, it's totally fine.
I'll go take a look at his injuries. I may not be able to cure it, but I might be able to regenerate it over a couple days. It'd take a little bit of work, but see what I can do to help.
All right. You know, Ronny, if there's, I'm sure I got a glimpse of Ronny's room in the keep. Not like he's been in the keep for very long, but how does it look?
Oh, it's super, the condition that you gave it to him in is the exact way it is now.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't have any personal belongings in there. There's a tiny little stack on a dresser of his adventuring gear, aka a shield and his bandolier of stuff. Because that's all he has. Mm-hmm. The bed's always perfectly made.
Nope, there she is.
Sorry.
Okay. No, good. You know, Ronny, if you wanted something for your room, all you have to do is say it and we'll get it.
Oh no, it's already very generous. I appreciate the space.
Yes, but
to having a hammock and bunking with 30 other guys, so
I understand, but this is a keep. You are allowed to have things. They can stay here and will not go anywhere.
I guess that's why they call it a keep. That keeps the things.
But
can't really think of anything I'd like is all.
All right.
Pretty happy with what I got.
If you do, feel free to let one of us know, and we'll see if we can acquire it. And your shrine to Tyr that you made, is that sufficient? Because we can get something else, like a small statue, or
Well,
I don't know.
is,
What
is
I'm not
anybody
really
else
familiar with tier, so
using
I don't know.
is anyone else using it? Like any of the other folks around here, followers?
Well, Deacon seemed rather interested in it. Oh, you never met Deacon.
How
Oh,
would
you
you
should
know
meet Deacon.
that?
Oh, yeah, that's right. I wouldn't know that. I wasn't there. I don't know. Maybe.
Because if it's just me using it, then it's more than enough already. It's already representative of my relationship with him and what he means and brings to the world. And that's all I really need. But if other people were using it, might be nice to have, a little candle altar and a tithing box and what have you.
We can see if we can procure that and see if anybody is interested in the worship of Tyr.
Yeah, I'll go help out your giant friend here real quick. Can't do it today, but I can start on him tomorrow if I have to with the healing and stuff.
Sure.
I should probably get back to the gardens myself, just in case.
Why? Did those explosions actually mean something, Rain?
Well, it's just, I don't know. I'll leave the children alone. Well, Deacon, not child, but
Oh, Deacon's here too.
yeah. Him and with the Master Bigrin. He just prefers to be called Bigrin.
Oh yeah, no, I would know that. Bigger was talking about Deacon. Shit.
Oh
I'm
well.
all over the place. It's fine. So Deacon and who are in the garden?
Pastries and milk.
Oh, so 3 children are in the garden. And you left them alone.
They should be fine. Melanie's got good armor.
Sure. I'm more worried about what she's teaching the pastries.
Which is why I'm gonna excuse myself.
Yes. Go ahead.
I'll see you when you're headlining later.
Sure. And I'll take Ronny to meet Master Big Red.
Alright. Ronny, you see a frost giant in front of an enormous tent with a little campfire. It's not lit. With a huge leather tome, and he's currently. And then the walls of the keep is. Oh, I'm sorry. Puts his giant feathered pen into the ink bucket. Hello.
Hi, my name is Ronny. I was told you might be injured.
Oh, I have few injuries. He was like, thank you, Ronny. You didn't have to, Miss Saitari. I mean, they would heal over time, but
Well, that wasn't really my intention. I just wanted to make introductions.
oh, of course.
But if Ronny would like to.
Okay. If it's okay with you, Mr. Ronny, then by all means. Ronny, roll a medicine check. You're just giving him like the overview.
Awful.
It's awful, but he's not. Let's see how well he's hiding. Yeah, good at hide. He is not good at hiding it. So when you initially saw him stand up, you saw him just barely wince. It looks like there's like some pain coming from his right side. And as he stood up, you do see like there's like a spot of maybe dried up blood on his shirt. Just like a couple spots. It looks like he's changed his shirt since the initial injury.
I have a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Can he fit through our doorways?
If he crouches down, he probably could. He'd have to make an effort, though.
Okay, could he fit in the baths?
I was actually just thinking the same thing when you asked that question.
Possibly.
I don't know, like, if he could physically get there. Wait. Is he bigger than 10 feet around?
Probably not bigger than 10 feet around. He's about 15 feet tall.
Guys, we could just put him in the hole.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
Well,
Technically correct.
I'd like to take a look at it if you'd let me. A more close inspection.
Of course. He'll sit down. So he's like, his size is with your level. He'll lift up his shirt. So it looks like it's a wound that's been healed over with, oh my god, healed over with magic. The stitching, the initial like stitches are very crude. It looks like it was done in a hurry, and there's going to be a lot of scarring from it. It looks like there was probably to you, a very large axe or blade of some sort. Probably most likely axe, you can um, assume. And yeah, it looks like it cut him open right around where you would find your appendix.
Does it look like there's anything that's preventing it from healing normally, like a curse or poison or something?
It looks like it got a little bit infected. So there is some like white-ish like pus down there. Sort of, if you know what a staph infection looks like, it doesn't look that bad, but yeah, it's infected. Could use a nice good alcohol cleaning, you think? Maybe some of the stitching could be redone, where it hasn't healed yet.
All right. Is it all right if I touch you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he nods. It's perfectly fine, sir.
Okay. Since I'm only using my spells for scrying today, I'm gonna go ahead and do a heal.
Okay.
Just 70 hit points.
Okay. The wound looks much better than previous. And he looks down at it, he looks at you, and he says, "Wow, that feels much better. That was very much appreciated. Thank you so much."
Of course. Do you have any tenderness on the inside? I'm just gonna like start gently pushing like doctors do.
Yeah.
Any tenderness or anything like that?
No, nothing that I don't think will heal over time.
Is he like distended at all? Do I think I need to regenerate some organs or?
No, not to that extent. It looks like at this point, it's going to take a little time for him just to like feel better. But like it looks like the initial wound's like all set.
Excellent. Well, welcome to the keep.
Thank you very much. Is there anything I could do for you? Right? Stories, anything? Write your chronicles.
Do you ever travel much?
I have been from Al Gore to the wilds, and from the and the Elvenlands and the desert. So I have traveled quite a bit.
Have you been to Pocus Point off of Godarn?
Not inside, but relatively close.
All right. Well, you relax and you get better, and maybe let me read like a poem or something. Or read to me one of these days, and I that's more than enough payment.
Of course. Thank you so much again. It's so
Of course,
very appreciated.
I'm here to help.
Okay. Let's see. So, what is Melanie doing with the kids?
I don't know. I feel like Melanie probably isn't doing too poorly, but like I myself am not coming up with much, so
I do kind of like
something
that. This is
reasonable.
an axe. This is a.
I don't think she's attempting to teach them like battle techniques,
Mm-hmm.
though that would be hilarious.
It would be.
I think that we're gonna play hide and seek,
Okay.
and I will tell Deacon that he is not allowed to just turn invisible because that is cheating.
He looks sad.
Yeah, yeah.
There's just random laughter 2 feet off of your bow as you say invisibility is cheating.
Pastry,
Yes.
hold on. Pastry's just like, did you hear that? Deacon's like, nope, didn't hear anything. Alright, they can play hide and seek with you. Alright. If nobody else is doing anything else, the day wears on.
When does Theo show up?
Well, Chambers knocks on the vault door.
Hmm?
I'm sorry to disturb. And at this point, there are like the piles are growing, and in the middle of, what do you think of this jewelry box? It's a jewelry box covered in mother of pearl and amethyst. I think it looks like it could be worth about maybe 90 gold pieces, given the size, the make, the delicate gold leafing. And that's when Chambers comes in. Lady Matilda, Lord Theodric has arrived.
Tilda, as soon as she hears the news, like a big grin comes over her face, and she says, "I'm sorry. What's her name again?"
Gustara. Poor
Gustara.
Gustara.
One day.
I can't. I just, it's not sticking in my head. I don't even know this woman.
Yeah, I can't. I mean, I'm just having the hardest time also remembering names today too. Like, I can't even remember fucking Elena.
I say, "I'm sorry, Grisara. You'll have to excuse me again. My husband's arrived, and I have not seen him. Well, he thinks it's been about 7 minutes, but it's been several days for me.
Of
So-
course.
How long
And
were we in the Feywild anyways? Probably like a week and a half?
About a week and a
at
half.
least a week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm
Hence-
imagining this is like 3 days past us being
Yeah,
home.
Yeah.
roughly.
Yeah.
So it's been almost 2 weeks. So
Yeah.
or 2 weeks yeah. So Tilda is like, she is not, running, but she is walking hastily.
Okay.
And then when she sees him, she just gives him a big hug and a big kiss, and like kind of just holds on tight.
He's still very surprised at the fact like you guys Like, I'm pretty sure you told him, like, you've been gone for, like, a week and a half in the Feywild. And he's just, like, he's trying to comprehend the fact that you've been gone for a week and a half, but you came back in 7 minutes.
Tilda's just like, you know what, dearest, it's fine.
No land
It's
parties.
something
Sorry.
I don't particularly want to talk about it right now.
Okay. Okay, that's fine. What do you want to talk about?
Tilda has a very, like, as soon as he does that, Tilda's smile turns kind of flirtatious,
Okay.
and we fade to black.
Okay. Well, that is going on. Zaitari.
Yes.
Apparently, Chambers is being run ragged
Oh, this
today.
poor
Poor Chambers.
Miss Saitari?
Yes.
So there's somebody here for you.
Uh-huh.
I don't recognize him. He says his name is Dainur.
Shit.
Husband.
Oh fuck.
Yep, that's him.
Yes!
I knew it. I knew it was coming. I knew it as soon as I told Tegan, you should come now. He's gonna show up. Shit. Chambers, you deserve a break. I think.
If you think so, my lady.
We should definitely just either hire somebody temporarily or something so that you can have just a few days off. Although I'm sure one of us could manage things. You've been running around so much today.
Just, making sure that everything's kept in order. It's my job.
Bring him to the dining room. Try to make sure nobody sees him. I'll be waiting there.
I will try my best. And Chambers goes off and
Damn.
Where are you even?
Nobody knows.
Well, you are invisible. Well, who knows if you're invisible?
I imagine that as they're playing hide and seek, like Rain whispers to Deacon, telling him where someone is. It's like, this is the voice inside here. I'm not doing it to the kid, but I'll do it to Deacon.
If you're getting hints from the cloud person is running around and giving hints, you lose.
Deacon stays quiet, but he is like, don't take the advice. Don't take the advice. Don't take the advice. Don't do it. Okay, so so Chambers attempts to be discreet.
It's fine. Everybody else pretty much seems distracted anyways.
Yeah. But she after a little while she tells you that she has brought the gentleman to the dining room.
Oh no, I'm in the dining
You're
room.
in the dining room.
Yeah, I have whatever papers are necessary to sign for divorce with me as well.
Okay.
In like a little box with a inkwell and a quill.
So when he enters the room, taking her cue, Chambers like leaves immediately, sensing this is more of a it's between you guys. I'm gonna go do something else. Make sure the giant guest is very comfortable. It is a dwarf with dark, very tan skin. He has a loose ponytail. His shoulders have grown probably his hair's probably grown to his mid back at this point.
Mm-hmm.
He's clean shaven.
Hmm.
He has a few tattoos, peeking just around the bottom of his throat of various shapes and sizes. And oh my god. And dressed in, decent, well kept hide leather. Has instead of your traditional short sword or dagger, there are two axes on his back. Um, he, you know, still as handsome as he was prior. Just a little older, maybe a little more rugged. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. Um, and I'd like you to roll an insight check for me.
Okay, this is where I'm going to roll a natural one. Yep.
Wow.
He's
Called
always
shot.
he's always been hard to read. Particularly
Yep.
today, he's very difficult to read.
I mean, it's still
I'm
a
sure.
13.
It is still a 13, but I'm sure I'm just as like having as much of a heart attack as I am trying to keep it together.
Right.
So,
He calmly, walks up to the table. He appears to be calmly walking up to the table, and he says, "Zaitari, it is good to see you. You seem to be doing well," and he gestures to the surroundings.
mm-hmm.
So you have something for me to sign?
Yes, I do. Grown out your hair.
Listen, I don't know what kind of friends you have made and how they were able to get, God knows, the dirt they've been able to get on me. But clearly, you've moved on, and whoever you've made friends with.
Well, when you save a queen, you get lots of connections.
He looks
It's
slightly surprised at that.
been nearly a decade. I figure we should take care of this.
We should.
Roll for initiative.
When you said the queen, there's a look of surprise, but it's almost like, okay, I'm surprised to hear it's the queen, but there's something else. He just, before I sign this, I just want to know one thing, and then I will. And then he kind of like does a side eye, as if he's trying to watch his back. Why did you leave?
Because I was young and stupid and didn't know what I really wanted. I loved you for a time, but it wasn't... I don't love anybody for very long.
I would like you to either roll, and you can do this to me privately.
Okay.
What?
Perception, a persuasion or deception check.
All right. We'll go with that one.
I see. That's fair.
Did you look for me for long?
I looked for you for a while.
I figured.
I missed you, but it has been 10 years.
Not quite, but it's getting close.
Pretty close. So is the paperwork on the table?
Yep.
And there's a quill?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Just let me know where I need to sign.
Not gonna lie, I'm surprised. I'll just take it. Just take out the papers and point out where he needs to sign.
Alright. You
My name's
speak...
already filled in.
You speak Dwarven, right?
Yep.
Alright. He's gonna say in Dwarven,
Mm-hmm.
you have very persuasive friends.
Did they break his knees to get you to give it a divorce?
Yeah, now I'm curious. I say back in Dwarvish, I just told them to look for you and to give you a message that I wanted to officially just end this. What did they do to you? Did it take a lot of convincing to get you here?
Whoever you sent after me knows things about me that some people don't. And I don't know how they got that information, and it scares me because they shouldn't know such information.
Are you in trouble?
I'm in trouble if I don't sign this.
Okay.
You've made very powerful and scary friends, Saitari.
Yeah, I'm a bit concerned now too. I'm not lying when I said that I just wanted them to tell you that I wanted a divorce, not press gang you into doing this. I mean, believe me, I'm still happy you're signing the papers. But
As long as they keep their promise that they won't bother me after this, then it's fine. I had initially told them I had some more work to do, but they were insistent.
I guess I'll have to talk to him about that. I mean, I know a Master of Spies definitely has their information, but are you sure you're not in trouble?
I hope I'm not.
All right.
He finishes signing the paper. And he just looks you in the eye for a moment. And with a resigned sigh, he says, "Take care of yourself, Saitari. Don't get in too deep."
In too deep to what?
To whatever you're involved with.
No, you should hear the stories I have to tell for the past couple months.
I'm sure they're fine tales. He'll stick out his right hand for like a handshake. See you around? Well, hopefully I won't see you around. I'm pretty sure you don't want to see me around either.
It's not that I don't want to see you, Dana. It's just
I complicate
I
things.
obviously I ended things very badly. That's pretty much all on me.
Young and stupid. It's fine. We've all been there.
Yes, but it's getting late. if you want, you can have room at the tavern. It's my tavern.
I'm alright.
Are you sure? The accommodations are quite nice. And we have a giant performing.
Yeah, I'm a little uncomfortable with the frost giant.
Oh, he's perfectly harmless. He did a what's that called? An audition.
Mm.
He's going to be performing Tales for us tomorrow evening.
I appreciate the offer, but I'm gonna head out. I got to go back to work.
All right.
Later. He'll nod to you and take his leave very quietly.
Mm-hmm. I just kind of look at the papers, locate back where he left, and honest to God, Zaitari and me are stunned. That was so easy.
Okay.
Roll a wisdom save.
I was about to say, right at that moment, Theo comes walking in, whistling without his shirt on. He's just got pants.
He's gonna try to find the milk in the fridge.
Yeah. Oh, hi, Saitari.
Oh, hey, Sardar.
Hi, Theo. Having fun, are we? I just gave him a wink. You don't have to answer that. It's okay.
I don't kiss and tell. I know better than that.
Oh, yes, I know. Tilda would probably be furious.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. Continue to the kitchen. Okay.
Remind me again, what's the Master of Spies name?
Thanik.
Thanik. I'm sending Thanik a message.
Okay.
Hi,
What
Thanik.
the fuck did you do?
It's Saitari. Daner just stopped by. What did you do to him?
I didn't do anything. We couldn't find him.
Hmm?
That's
And
it?
who did?
This is a new
That's-
day, right? From the
Yeah.
when I was okay.
Yeah, sure.
Even if it isn't, I can just use my higher level spell slots. I get a bunch. I'm sorry, Thanik. What do you mean? Then how did he show up here?
I don't know. We found his location. We found his location. He was not there. Someone got to him before us.
What? I'm just going to start very quickly walking, trying to catch up to Daner.
Okay. He's probably past the giant tent at this point and heading towards the gates and about to go through the gates. It's a big keep.
Wait, stop.
His shoulders slump, kind of like, I just, yes, yes.
Who found you?
They didn't give me a name. They told me if I wanted to live my life the way to continue to do so, I will sign whatever is given to me.
What did this person look like? Because I told one person about this. 2 people, if you count a divorce lawyer, who wrote up those papers. So I am just infinitely curious. Who the hell found you? Because my contact didn't.
I don't know. It was some guy. He had a mask on, so I didn't have a look at his face. I'm pretty sure it was a man.
Oh, what was he carrying?
Sword,
Uh-huh.
hand crossbow, uh, blackjack. I, I didn't get a good look at him.
What did the mask look like?
It was like it's like a mask you would find like. It was like just like a regular like plain black like a porcelain mask. A lot of people, some people wear them just to hide their identity. Whatever whoever it was definitely somebody who didn't want me to know who he was.
What did he sound like? Was there a distinctive accent? I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
I have to know this.
No distinctive accent as far as I could. Probably masking their voice as well.
God damn it.
Look, I'm sorry for what it's worth, but I don't know. I didn't recognize the person. No distinctive features. They've probably done it before, so knows what to do to hide themselves.
I just don't understand how tall, short, skinny, fat.
Do we wait? We've got a mind reader in this place. You know that, right?
Oh yeah, that's right. I'm just gonna keep asking this because Zaitari's freaking out. I'm sure she'll come to that conclusion
He was fit. Probably if I had to assume, definitely not a dwarf. Definitely not a smaller person. Not half orc, so I'd say half elf or human. It's my best guess. Maybe even elf, but they're pretty slight, so half elf or human. Half elf or human.
Would you mind coming back inside?
Okay.
I promise nothing will happen to you.
Okay.
And you're more than welcome to stay in the keep for the evening or in the tavern if you want to. I understand if you don't.
What
Ronny can take a look at the sky.
what do you want me to do?
I think Dota's a little busy right now. So I'd like you to meet my turtle friend Ronny.
Okay, sure.
Let's go try to find him, probably in his room or at his shrine. So I'll go try to find Ronny first at the shrine since it's like closer than the room.
I think Ronnie would actually probably be still with the giant, just
Yeah,
chatting.
probably.
Oh, okay, that's fine then, because we're right there.
Oh, hello, Lady Zaitari. This is Bigrin.
Ronny!
Nope, big run.
Mm-hmm.
No, never mind. Sorry.
No, yeah, I'm talking. Yeah, I know.
Yep, I got it.
Hello, Big Grin.
Hello.
Ronny.
Yes.
You're
Can I-
very insightful.
to a degree, I suppose. Yeah.
I don't know if your clerical powers do such a thing, and only if you're willing, Daenor. But do you have the possibility of maybe reading people's minds, seeing their thoughts, even if it's just what something looks like?
It's a long shot, obviously,
I
but
do not.
Ronny sees the dwarf that was described as a target, right?
Yeah.
I'm just making sure, true sight. Yeah.
Oh. I see. Yeah, does Ronny see?
Ronny sees a dwarf.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's all right. I have a feeling that I know who it was. And now I'm wondering how he found out. And I'm very angry. You're more than welcome to leave, Dana, if you wish. I know you're busy.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming.
You're welcome. And he will take his leave.
Sorry I wasn't able to help any.
Oh, no. It's all right. Ronny, you're very calm, level-headed kind of person. Not like me, especially right now. Would you mind when you've never met my boyfriend Tegan, but when he shows up, would you mind being in the same room as us when he comes here? So I don't kill him.
Oh, I'm certainly. I was about to ask what was going to be happening, but if it's to be, a mediator, I am more than happy to be a mediator.
Great. Thank you so much. I do appreciate it. And being a very calm, level-headed person. Do you, I don't know, meditate at all? Do something to stop yourself from feeling an intense rage? Like wanting to, I don't know, go to, travel half a continent and yell and scream at somebody's face for doing something behind their back?
Well, I do my prayers every day, and I think that does help. But when I'm faced with adversity, I usually take a moment and reflect and ask myself if my knee jerk reaction is going to help anything. And 9 times out of 10, it's no. So I tell myself, it's okay you feel like that, but it's not going to make your life easier. So take that emotion and put it into something more, useful and focused. And, well, in the most recent years, I've had to be real mindful of it because I'm afraid if my heart rate increases too much, I'm just going to die.
That took a turn.
Have you been having to make secret con checks?
See if he just fucking keels over.
Ronny is the equivalent of like a 64-year-old man. He's got to be careful with the hypertension.
Absolutely.
My God.
That is very wonderful advice, Ronny. I thank you for it. I believe I'm going to go to the Shrine of Corellin in our little church area and try to think on this and try not to want to internally combust. Thank you very much.
Whatever you're feeling, you're feeling it for a reason, and it's valid that you're feeling it, but it's not. The first feeling isn't always the true you.
I'm sure after I eventually calm down, I won't want to murder him as soon as I see him. So that'll at least be a start.
Let me know when you need me there, and I will. I'll be there.
There is a knock on the door.
I was about to say, who's knocking on the door?
Yeah. Who's knocking on
Chambers
what door? 'Cause
pokes.
We're out by
outside.
the gates right now. Yeah.
Chambers walks out from outside the gate inside. Oh, hi, ladies Artari.
Hello.
You look like you're busy. I am
Oh,
going
what
to...
gave that away?
She senses some tension.
Mm-hmm. Is there somebody at the gate?
Yes.
Who?
There is a gentleman, another one,
Uh-huh.
named Tegan.
Fuck.
Connie's gonna put a hand on her shoulder.
I'm not here right now.
Okay,
Please send him to the tavern.
of course. Right.
Ronny, would you please accompany me somewhere else so that I can compose myself?
Certainly. Not a problem.
Thank you.
It's gonna like awkwardly pat her back.
Yeah,
the whole time.
Chambers walks away, really sensing the tension. Just quietly backpedals. Goes out the gate.
Yeah, basically, I'm going to go to the dining room, grab the papers, put them in my bag of holding, and then I'm going to ask Ronny if he could please guide me in prayer to Corellin as I meditate and try to not internally combust.
Okay. Sounds good.
Just real quiet. Ronnie's just gonna like start running through the kind of basic faith stuff because he only knows the tier gig. He hasn't really dabbled anywhere else.
Yeah.
So he's gonna keep it as generic as possible, but encourage.
Anything is helpful for Zaytari right now, I think.
You'll get into some weird metaphors about finding balance and all things have a reason and a purpose and life and death, death and life.
Pastries is outside hanging out with hanging out with Deacon and Big Rin with like a basket full of like jam, like chocolate and jam filled croissants.
Mm.
And she's gonna say with a full mouth, we've had a lot of visitors today. I wonder what's a special occasion. And I think we can leave it there until next week.
Yeah.
That was what you had in mind for this session, right, Dan?
Sure.